Man, then we're back. You know the vibes. We're back. OnlyFacts Sports. Do you know what I'm saying? Lex has jumped in the stream just on time, right in the nick of time. Look at this guy.
Right in the Nick J. Francis of time, yeah?
100%. 100%. I don't know if Shane's going to be joining us today. Did you see the Chelsea scoreline in the end?
I did. I was very happy because João Pedro got me a few points, mate. So I was very happy.
This is what I don't like about FPL. In fact, this is great. This is a great example. This is what I don't like about FPL because now we've got man rooting for players that play for rival teams. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just awful. It's just awful.
I wanted them to lose, but João Pedro get a hat trick.
I mean, then you're wanting Brighton to score 4, which just isn't going to happen.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Where's Shane then?
I think Shane might be working, so I just sent him the link. I'm not sure if he's on this one. Cancel any title talks. We are absolutely shite, says Himanshu. Listen, AT is going to be here very shortly, and you got to take that up with him because I told you lot. I said, listen, Himanshu, if you were on the stream last week when Chelsea played, I said Chelsea are going to score a lot of goals. The reason they might not challenge is because defensively they're awful. Every game is going to be 3-2, 3-3, all that kind of stuff. And also, thank goodness you got a new goalkeeper. If you didn't have Martinez, it could have been even worse for you.
Nick, you know what I'm saying? Nick, it might be a little bit too long ago for some people watching. They might end up like the 1998, I think, Newcastle team, who would always score 5 but concede 4 in every single game.
100%.
And that's the reason they lost the league. That's the reason that we beat them to the title. Was that 97 or 98? That's Kevin Keegan. Obviously, rest in peace. That's his I'd love it if we beat them rant because they were probably the better team and they were 12 points ahead.
Yeah.
In February, was it February? 12 points ahead. Too many goals conceded. You can't win. Defense wins titles. People don't like it, but it does.
That's it. Ahmad said, Nick, I told you when everyone's back fit, we are going to start the Ten Hag back 4. You did say that. I mean, let's look at this team. Let's look at this team because Lamon's in goal, Dallo, Maguire, Martinez, Shaw. I mean, straight away, the talk is that the defense, is still the same Ten Hag defense. For all the players they're signed, it's still the same defense, possibly from even before. No, it was Ten Hag that brought in Martinez, wasn't it? Tielemans and Maino in the midfield. Interesting. Again, it's a question of legs. But I think this makes sense when you're going to dominate the ball as you are. You're at home, you played Ipswich, you'll be fine. Bruno in the 10, Rashford and Mbuemo, Cunha. Fairly attacking team. Pretty attacking team. Cunha, I think this could have maybe been a game for Shesko. So many crosses flying into the box for Man United. He's
not fit yet, Nick. He's not fit yet.
Oh, is he not on the bench? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me look at the
bench.
bench.
He might be on the bench, but he's still not 100%. That's why he got 20 minutes last week.
You know the saying, man. If you're fit enough for the bench, you're fit enough to play. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know that. But give me your reaction to that 11. You must have seen it already. What do you feel about that 11?
Actually, I hadn't seen it already, mate, because I just pulled up.
Oh, fair.
Apologies. It's kind of, I guess what Ahmed said. Well, Ahmed said you said it with the Ten Hag back 4. It's really concerning. I haven't given my score prediction. I can if you want in a moment. And not to be hyperbolical, but it's a must-win game. It's a must-win game today for me. And it sounds silly, but if we've got the desires of being in the Champions League and stuff like that, the old saying, you win your games at home, and you try and get the sort of bottom 12 teams. You win away if you can, and the other top 6 you try and get draws and pick up what you can. And if we, after losing to Hull, we've already kind of give up one freebie, so to speak. So today's a must-win game.
I definitely think today's a must-win game because you got Everton next week, and I think that could be really challenging.
Yeah.
But I think this is a must-win game. I got food getting delivered in a second, but I think this is a must-win game for a different reason. I think for this game, if I'm Man United, I'm looking at performance because, again, I think, like I said, I predicted it before. There's a good chance Man United pick up more points against the big 6, the top 6 and the bottom 6, because the top 6 are going to attack and you guys are set up for counters. What we don't yet know is how well Carrick can break down low blocks. Now, if you're Ipswich, you're away from home, you're playing against Manchester United, you ain't going to go out there and be expansive. So this is really going to be United's, you got to really prove. I'm looking at performance here. F-Tex, what you saying? I'm looking at performance here as much as I'm looking at as much as I'm looking at result. Puller Boy said Chelsea too heavy. I mean, they're heavy up top, but they're not great defensively. Let me grab this food and I'll be back. Lex will keep you company. 1 sec.
How's it going, guys? If you guys, I don't think I can see the chat. Maybe if I log onto my YouTube. I've been away this weekend, so apologies. I'm eating. What are the score predictions for when Nick comes back? I think it's going to be 3-1 personally. That's my score prediction. Ipswich will score, particularly with this 2023 backline. I think Ipswich will definitely score. Not convinced with Mainu and Tillmans in the middle. I mean, Mainu will have to probably drop and play the pivot, I'm guessing, unless they're going to push Martinez up a little bit when we're in possession. Fullbacks, a little bit concerning, particularly on the left with Shaw. A little bit of a lack of pace. And I think Ipswich are they're a big side from what I've seen. So I think we could be a little bit vulnerable. We're lacking a little bit of size outside of Maguire. And then again, also, what your thoughts on Rashford back in the starting lineup? That sort of perked my ears a little bit. Didn't get to talk to Nick about it, but it definitely perked my ears a little bit. Second game already back in the lineup. It feels like this season could be 2 steps forward, 1 step back after last year for Manchester United. Still with Shaw, still with Rashford. Like Ahmed said, that same back four. Concerning, really concerning, especially seeing as we've only spent 150 million this summer, and other teams, smaller clubs in quotations, have spent 300-400 million. I think even Newcastle, if they start spending a little bit, they'll be further along than us. But let me change the angle of the camera and I'll see if that does that give us the chat. It might do. Here we go. No, it doesn't. Oh yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does. Now, of course, Bruno's never going to get dropped this season. He was never going to get dropped this season. And I do think we can play possession football with Bruno. But that's on Carrick to manage it, isn't it? Carrick's got to really manage that. He can't just let Bruno just keep taking over. He's got to tell him, if we're playing against these teams with a low block, he should be coaching that. He should be teaching that Bruno's got to be a little bit more patient, and then there's got to be the right runners for him as well. So yeah, hopefully it should be. 2-1 wouldn't surprise me as well. I'd like a 3-1, but a 2-1 wouldn't surprise me. I'd like a 3-0, but a 3-1 wouldn't surprise me.
I'm hearing man crying about Rashford back in the starting lineup. But I told you with Carrick as manager, it's all where you go. Where's he gone?
I just got a message for her. I just got to hang on. I'm listening though.
I told you with Carrick being Man United through and through, this is what it was going to be, bro. Rashford is always going to be when the whole saga was happening. It was like, bro, yeah, like with Rashford, what's going to happen? Blah blah blah. I was like, listen, because Carrick's manager and he's Mr. Man United and all the rest of it, Ollie 2.0. Do you know what I'm saying? He's more tactical than Ollie. Don't get me wrong. He's a better manager than Ollie, obviously. But with that whole Man United connection, he knows Marcus personally. Bro, he ain't letting him go. Not just letting him go. Like he's going to believe. Managers have egos just like players, and he's going to believe that he can get the best out of Marcus. That's a manager's ego. You've coached. I feel like coaches have the same ego. Like, oh, you couldn't get the best out of that player, but watch me do it. Arteta does it all the time. Arteta be going to Chelsea flops and trying to give them a redemption storyline, blood. Let's say the redemption song. Let's say the Bob Marley. I don't want to hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with Marcus.
While you were gone, I was saying it could be this season, could be 2 steps forward, 1 step back from last season.
Yeah, facts.
It really could be. It really could be.
I mean, it'll be interesting because everyone's telling me that everyone's shit, everyone's terrible, and it's going to be easy, and United's going to challenge just because everyone's terrible and the football's terrible and everybody's terrible. That's what I'm always hearing. But Chelsea's front three looks so much stronger than Brighton's, but the game was 4-3. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that game, if you see that game, it was never a 4-3 game, bro. F Texas said Chelsea had 26% of the ball. Brighton had 38 versus Fulham. Wow. What? Is that true? I watched the game. Is that for the whole game? That can't be for the full 90. There's no way Brighton had more of the ball They did 75% versus 25% for the full 90 minutes.
That's incredible.
That's at home, Lex.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible.
At home, bro. FTX, sorry, I doubted you, bro. I actually had to Google that myself. That is crazy.
Teams are just coming out. When it starts, Nick, we should sync up the times.
We're going to struggle to do that.
Well, I'll just pause because I think mine will be a little bit ahead of yours.
Yeah.
I'll just pause.
All right.
If you when
If
it starts,
you pause yours when it's kickoff, and I'll tell you right as kickoff is happening, and then hopefully my stream stays alive all the way through, and then I don't have to swap between a couple of different streams.
Okay. Let me put do not disturb on because I'm going to get all kinds of Twitter and all kinds of nonsense coming through otherwise.
Yeah.
Ruining it. Yeah. Big game. We'll have to see if
the thing is, like, you know what I mean? People talk about football being so controlled now, and I understand the criticism, but at the same time, this is why I say football is more competitive than ever. You're going up against Ipswich, and back in the day, as good a manager as Fergie was, he could just send out 11 man and say, go beat these guys. Today, you couldn't just send out 11 man and say, go beat these guys. That's not how it works, bro.
Lads, it's Spurs.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, to be fair, that still works now. But other than that, do you know what I'm saying? Why did you comment on my story saying nah when I was cooking them, bro? Fun them, man, bro.
Nah, because you know what? Like, there's in the mud last season. Spurs. So I commented on Nick's story, been laughing because they're in the mud last season, and they got all excited because they beat United to Fernandez and they beat Arsenal to Tonali, and
they won the transfer window, bro. Spurs won the transfer window.
Yeah, they won the transfer window, and then they've lost the first two, and the way they're losing, and it's like the thing is, I don't know what's happened at Spurs for it to be how it is. But even in controversial moments for United or Arsenal or Chelsea, whoever, Spurs always come through and take the heat. It's like they're the nicest club in the world. They always come through and say, you know what, that old meme, hold my beer. That's Spurs, like you could have the worst performance and lose 5-0 or whatever, and Spurs, like, I don't know, 5-0 away at Arsenal. Spurs will say, hold my beer, and lose 6-0 to Hull at home or something. Like, they just love it, man.
What transfer news have we missed, Ahmad? I mean, Himanshu, I think that the Enzo thing is screwing you guys over at the moment. Obviously, you're not playing your regular midfield, but you just don't want to you don't want to drop too many points in this situation and have to play catch up, because then you're just in a bad spot.
Yeah. Let's see how the
Jesus and Fabio Vieira leaving Arsenal. Yeah, that's good news for us. That's good news.
Jesus is already gone, hasn't he? Oh, no, was it Igor Jesus I saw yesterday? Look at me, tired, man. That must have been Igor Jesus I saw, because I saw Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus weren't trying to leave because his wages are so high. He was like, bro, I'll just sit on the bench then. And Richarlison's gone to Everton and then died to Spurs. They're making a switch.
What?
Yeah. Spurs are going to have like 10 attackers, bro.
Enjoy to Spurs. I've got him in my... I know you hate this fantasy football. I've got to move him. I can't have a Spurs player, mate.
But they're going to have so many...
You can't rely on them. Has that happened? Is that official?
It's happening. In terms of attackers, these men are going to have James Maddison, Savio, Mateus Fernandez, Dejan Kulusevski, Mohamed Kudus, who else? Xavi Simons, Mateus Tell, Dominic Solanke, Omar Mamouche, and Ndiaye from Everton.
Different.
Yeah.
They must be paying Ndiaye because it can't be about I don't know.
He's at Everton, the mini. He's at Everton.
The rumor was City though, wasn't it? For him.
He was his agents were shopping him around everywhere like a whore. Because there was rumors that he was coming to us. They were shopping him around everywhere.
I thought you were going to say a horse then.
No. everyone in my group chat saying I'm being so negative, but I can't be positive after seeing this defense. Not at all, bro. And you man are looking to buy more attackers, bro. You know what I'm saying? The defense is awful. Awful.
Well, Ineos are playing a game, a very dangerous game.
This is about Chelsea's defense, by the way.
Ineos are doing the same game, a different game. Well, last year they sorted the attack out or made it better, which they did. This year they're focused on midfield. Next year the talk is they're focused on defense. But like for a club that makes so much money and all that stuff, I think even Newcastle and teams like that are massively outspent us. Net spend, I think, is something ridiculous, like 50 million for us. It's really bad.
But there were years that you guys were spending more than everybody, and it just didn't work. The post Fergie era,
it's kicked for me, so I'll just paused it.
Right. I'll tell you when we kick off. And Cisso's just got the ball in his hand. So I'm not too far behind. It might be like 10, 15 seconds behind, looks like. I'll tell you when to go. Go. Press play.
Here we go.
Ipswich should look trying to be positive straight away, you know. Hey, man, I got no respect for United, you know. Man, I got no respect. Bro, when have we ever seen this? But Ipswich kicking off at United and just attacking them, bro. There's just no manners in the Prem.
Let's see.
It could be that I'm doing, because like I say, you man are a counter-attacking team. So I just felt like a low block would be really difficult. But if they're just going to come here and be reckless, then you man can pick them up. Simple as that.
Yeah, I hope so.
They have some Premier League experience in their side, but nobody like good. Do you know what I mean? No. Diop, he was at West Ham for a lot of years, and Ciso had a couple of good seasons at Brighton. Lukic was at Fulham for a while, solid centre midfield, but not anything, you know. And Ciso is probably going to be the closest to a star man. He had a really good game against, I think it was Sunderland last game.
Nice touch from Mbeumo there.
Because it's in Mbeumo, I'm going to believe that was a mistake.
Nah, stop it.
Because he has a terrible first touch. He has an awful first touch.
It's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's immense. Sometimes it's immensely bad. I'm happy to see him having a run on the right. He's better there. He was better there at the start of last season.
Oh, great feat.
Oh, my gosh.
That Fatawu was somewhere as well, wasn't he? He was a Prem player. Was he? He wasn't Brighton as well, was he?
I'm not too sure.
Leicester. Rashford, 2 seasons at Leicester.
Rashford with the same kick and run, man.
Hey, Nick, unrelated, but let that have been a what? Oh, let that have been an Arsenal player. You're gonna, yeah, facts. Yeah, let that touch come from an Arsenal player, bro. 100%.
Why? What does it mean?
We just get criticised for everything, innit?
Ah.
But it is what it is, blood. That's the history of the Arsenal, bro.
Game's settled down massively, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying, bro. These men are just going to sit. I didn't expect... Obviously, they looked a bit attacking for 2 minutes. They did a Philip Hergovich thing. They kind of pretended they were going to attack. And now they're just like, yeah, hit me on my jaw, blood. Look how good my chin is.
Wow.
With this midfield, though, you guys... I don't know if it's the midfield or if it's the defense. You know, Arsenal's got really good ball-playing defenders. Maybe it's the defense. But you lot never look super comfortable in possession. And I think counter-attacking works really well because you don't have so many players that are comfortable in possession for so long. Do you know what I mean?
We don't. No, we don't. Particularly Maguire and Shaw. What's interesting, actually, is seeing it. They're either in a 4 and dropping back into a 5. Either way, like, you know, we were talking about Itomo earlier about people knowing what his weakness is. People know that playing 5, playing low block with 5 is United's weakness. 2 occasions there, Ipswich had 5 at the back. So let's see what Carrick's been working on, what they've been working on solution-wise. Because you know,
I mean,
formally,
it's well documented that United struggle with back fives. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Under Carrick.
One you can live with. 2, which is Hull last week, is not good enough. 3, if they struggle again against the back 5 today, then there's serious questions to ask. Serious questions.
Ahmad said he prefers Rashford in left wing over Dorgu. Look at that terrible switch of play to Harry Maguire. Terrible. And I get why he says that. But against the back 5, I think against the back 5, what do you want your left winger to do? You're not really looking at your left winger to cut in and score goals against the back 5. You're looking at your left winger to create opportunities. And I just feel like Dorgu can create more than Rashford can.
Potentially. The funny thing is, in a weird way, they're much of a muchness. In a weird way, like they're the similar profile player, kick and run, counter attack.
But Dorgu's a lefty and can cut back. He can cut the back into dangerous spaces. Once Rashford starts going, Rashford moves like fucking Atama. Once he starts getting 100 miles an hour, he can't stop.
Yeah.
Once he drops the shoulder and starts going, once he does a little jink, he has to cut in and shoot. He ain't got nothing else. He's got to cut in and shoot.
This weather, Nick, the summer's done, isn't it? Jeez, man.
I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You man them know me. I love a little walk in the rain, listening to my music. I love the rain. And then I love playing football in the rain, playing rugby in the rain. I love it, bro.
I got my coffee. I like coffee and a bit of music, looking out of the rain window, man.
Now, I like going for my walk in the rain and then coming back for Rashford gets a shot away. That's what I'm saying, bro. In that final third, he's just going to look to shoot, bro. Dorgu isn't creative. He is good against top-level players when he gets space. I hear you. I'm not saying Dorgu's creative like a Bruno or a Ødegaard. I'm saying he will create more. He'll create more situations. Rashford can create a yard to cut in and shoot, but he can't create anything for anyone else.
What minute you on, Nick? I'm on 6:07.
Yeah, same. 6:09, 6:10.
Yeah.
6:10. Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
We'll let it slide, man. At least, you don't need to get a green card, bro. I can't wait for that later.
Build the wall.
Yeah, for real.
A good pass infield to Cunha. It's a really tidy pass from Martinez. But again, against that back 5, Cunha has to come out of position.
Give up the ball, man. Oh.
That's not terrible, but that's the situation you're going to find. That's what Rashford can do, but he's really looking to shoot. He only look where Cunha has to drop deep to come and get the ball. And if that's Dorgu, do you see that Brian Mbeumo early was there alone? Dorgu can just whip that ball straight across. Rashford can't do that. Rashford's looking to shoot. He's a shoot first kind of person. He's like a Baltimore police officer. He shoots first. Do you know what I'm saying? And then if there's no other options, then he's going to look to release the ball.
He's one of those guys, isn't it? And you get it in basketball as well, where everyone ends up standing around like what are you doing? Like, what's he actually going to do here?
Yeah.
So you can't really play any kind of tactics. So it's hard to play a tactic because you don't know what he's going to do next.
But that style of football is why he was a great youth team player, and it was the same with Greenwood, and it's the same with Nwaneri. What I loved about Greenwood is I said Greenwood plays football like he doesn't like playing football, and what I mean by that is he's looking for the shortest possible path to get to the goal. Greenwood used to get the ball, look up and look at where's the goal straight away and slap shots. And Rashford is the same. The problem is when that's cool when you're 19 and 20 and 21, you're coming through and it's exciting. Nwaneri does it for Arsenal and it's exciting. When you're 24, 25 and you want to see some maturity to someone's game, you've got to grow out of that a little bit. You've got to have a little bit more to your game. Can you control games?
But you know, the perfect example was Wayne Rooney, weren't it? Wayne was like that when he was coming up. And then by the time Fergie got into him a little bit, and all of a sudden, he's
a player. He's a well-rounded player.
The criticism of is that he won't run at people anymore like he used to, and he passes the ball. Yeah, he plays football now. You know what I mean? He plays football. He's not in Merseyside kicking the ball against the wall with his mates anymore.
100%.
This game's going how I expected it to go. Ipswich sitting back, United attacking, but it's a little bit disjointed, a little bit. I don't want to say nerves is the wrong word, but a little bit apprehensive about what's happening. Do you see what I'm saying? Just a little bit like kind of because with every minute that goes on, particularly past half time, the crowd is going to get a little bit frustrated and the pressure. They're going to start to feel the pressure. Like I think it's
United,
the
the problem
same.
that you have, the problem that you guys have is that the arrogance of the team on the pitch and the arrogance of the fans in the stands is not aligned.
Yeah.
That's the problem you've got.
And the
I go back
expectation,
to
but
that's what I'm talking about with the
expectation.
arrogance. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
your fans are coming here expecting to see 3-0. But your players, they don't really if you saw Mbuemo in a bar last night and said, mate, I expect 3-0 tomorrow, he'd be like, oh mate, come on, give us a break. He's not expecting 3-0 today. You man might win 3-0, but he's not expecting 3-0.
Yeah, I hear it. I think he's one of the ones who might actually, because I think that's what a lot of what the dirty work that Amron did is he got rid of a lot of players who were losers. Ironically, one of them's Rashford and he's back, but he brought players in with a specific mentality. Luke Shaw's definitely one of them. Luke Shaw definitely worries about things like, do you know what I mean?
Right,
He definitely
maybe
worries.
I picked Mbuemo and that wasn't fair, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I think
100%. No, I'm with you. I agree
yeah,
100%. I agree
and that's
100%.
what I go back to. You guys haven't seen through a managerial project, and I get why. I do understand why. But I go back to when Klopp went to Liverpool, and the first thing he did is tell the fans, forget about the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about now.
Yeah.
Let's just come out of that. Because every season, no matter how bad it gets for United, the fans think they're 2 signings away from being back at the big table all the time.
I think sensible fans don't. I think the problem is as well with certain clubs, and I think there's only really 3: Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Other clubs can pretend, but they're not. And I know some Chelsea fans; they can pretend, but you're not. The weight of the shirt is a lot heavier than other places.
Yeah.
Part of its
That's
expectation.
great battle. That's a great battle from Ipswich. Just winning those little dual selects, winning those little second balls. They're so important.
The last 2 minutes, they've been a lot. They've been a lot. They've been about it. They've been
Oh, it's a
everywhere.
great tackle again. Look at that. Winning duels, Lex. Winning the duels.
Get up.
Lucky
Play that,
that's
Bruno.
about.
Come on, Brian.
Oh. This is what he wants. One way. But we know he's got to cut in. That's all he can do. We know he's got to cut in.
Good, Bruno.
And again, we know he's got to go. It's just Mbuemo is just so predictable, man.
I think he could have took him down the line there, but there's nothing in the middle.
But he can't. He's too predictable. That's why I said just cut in. He can't take him down the line. He actually doesn't have the ability to be able to do that, bro.
Go on.
Oh, what a save that is. What a save that is. That's a great save. That's a great save. And it's Dallo, the man that he was your most on-form striker for a period of time. A couple of seasons ago. Ahmad said he don't want Mbuemo playing on the wing. He is terrible. He's good just behind the striker. You're not wrong, but the problem is you got about 4 players that's true for. What? So we're going to do? Cunha is arguably best second striker, just behind a target striker, because he's not. He can do the job as a target striker, but you're not getting the most out of him. Bruno wants that same position just behind the striker, and Mbuemo wants that position just behind the striker.
One of you. Come on. See how small, when you was getting your food, Nick, I was saying to the people in the chat as well, look, we're small, man. Look how small we are. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Force a foul.
Oh, dear.
Force a foul. Force a foul. And Ciso. Oh, and Ciso.
Yeah, don't get so excited, Nick. Don't get so excited, Nick.
Up the tractor, boys. Up the tractor, boys.
He's offside. Cunha's offside there, 100%. Come on, man. Oh! How are you that quick? And he wasn't offside. Oh, my gosh. Rashford, there is no way. There is absolutely no way he didn't get to that.
Amorim's loving it right now.
You see what Rashford just did? Nah, this was the problem, Nick, right? As we'll watch this replay first. And there's other people I've seen, United fans talk about it a lot. We talk about it in my Man United group chats and stuff like this. Because of how Rashford left, the moment he does something wrong, everyone's going to be on his back. And do you see how he just kicked it randomly on the 18-yard box to someone and then that counter-attack happened? If that goes in, it's an explosion in the fan base at him again and the fans. This is why it's so risky. Carrick's playing a dangerous game bringing him back. Very dangerous game.
Carrick's
He's
risking his job.
actually, he's putting it all on the line.
Yep.
He's putting it all on the line. He said, "I'm going to be a hero or a villain, and I'll do that for you, Marcus." I don't think I'm doing that if I'm Carrick. I'm not putting everything on the line for him.
This is why I don't really rate certain players like the creativity.
Oh my gosh!
Because you've got Bruno, who's meant to be Player of the Year, one of the most creative players, broke the assist record last year. He's playing against the back five of Ipswich. He's playing at home. And you've got to commit so many players forwards to support them in the attack. Why? Luckily,
because the players are limited.
The only reason that Enciso didn't score is because of Brian Mbeumo. Because he had the run on Shaw. It's Mbeumo that's running back with him. And because Mbeumo is rapid, to be fair.
Yeah.
But if it's him and Shaw, he gets a better shot on that. That's why he can't open his body up on the left-hand side and get a proper clean shot on it, because Mbeumo's there with him.
It's
the defensive legs of the modern player.
It's also the type of wingers that it's a flawed design. I know Sesko's out, but both the wing forwards, come on, got to be. Both the wing forwards have to cut inside.
Yeah.
So and it's a very modern thing the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years or whatever. But not having someone who could just go down the byline and put something across.
Well, the problem is there's no as a defender, you know what Mbeumo is going to do. He's good, but he's only got one thing he can do.
Good job.
Saka wants to cut in. Saka wants to cut in and shoot, but he can at least pretend he's going to go to the byline, or he can mix it up and get to the byline and whip a cross in, or he can drive it low. Or he can do a few different things. He can stand up a ball to the back post. I'm not saying Saka's the best ever, but there's a few. That's a foul throw, but whatever. There's so many different. There's some variety to the attack, and Mbeumo's always going to cut in, always.
Yeah,
he can play Bruno on the left wing. But Bruno don't want to play left wing, and Bruno will kick up a fuss. He'll be like, "I'm captain." Bruno's your captain, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He'll be like, "I'm captain, and I broke the assist record last year, and you're moving me out my position." My stream's lagged a little bit.
There's come on. The problem is, Nick, there's too much thinking going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too much thinking. Takes too long. Like, okay, oh wow. Like, I don't know where your stream is. We're having Tillman shooting.
I ain't even got it up right now.
Tillman shooting from 18 yards right on the right corner, though, where he should cross it in with like no one in the box, no movement. Bruno getting frustrated that people aren't moving around. The possession and all that expected. Well, actually, United had more shots and more touches in the opposition box, but our only expected goals is 0.23, while Ipswich is 0.34. Probably for that one-on-one.
I'm on 17-14.
You're slightly ahead of me on 17-14 right now.
Okay,
I can catch up. I can catch up.
You're good. It's all good. I wouldn't even bother catching up because at some point my stream's going to lag again. So,
okay.
It's a good ball from Martinez again.
I'm on 26 now.
Okay. How have you gone back?
Say again?
How have you gone backwards?
No, I was always about a second behind you. I'm on 44 now.
Oh, okay, fine. Cool.
Well, you're about a second ahead, right? About a second ahead.
I'm about 5 seconds ahead.
Okay. Even the Luke Shaw having that chance there, I've been saying all week, I would have started Dorgo at left back, and people said he can't play left back. Well, he spent most of his career at left back, so I don't know what you're talking about. He can't play left back. I don't know why the ref pulled that back there. I think he should have let him play, because if it's Dorgo running in that position where Shaw is, you're a little bit more. There's more chance of scoring. I just think Luke Shaw starting now is a nightmare. Kobe Mainoo's had a really good first 20 minutes. He's been United's best player.
I'm not impressed with his level of athleticism, personally.
Yeah, I think he's been everywhere. He's been everywhere so far in this game.
He does put himself about. But I'm talking about his pace, his strength, He's got a good engine. That's one of the things, because we know there's been question marks around that. But his actual athleticism, his strength, his power, I'm just not super happy about it or super impressed by it.
I think it's fine.
Rashford.
I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's fine. I don't think it's good, sorry, but it's fine for me.
Yeah. I mean, you had Rashford and Bruno lining up for that. It was like, best of the bat situations.
Bruno's all right from free kicks, not from that distance. What Le Mans got caught in, no, mate. Yeah, you're right. That is all Mbeumo slowing him down.
Mm-hmm.
He was onside as well. That is outrageous. Run, Marcus. You see that? What did he?
Mm-hmm.
Did he daddling, Nick? You see that? Did he daddling? Just run to the back post. This is what we talk to a lot. You know,
It's belief. It's belief, bro. He don't believe he's gonna score.
It might be that. I don't think it's that, though. Do you know what I reckon it is? So I talk again in United chats. We talk a lot about. I always say he should have been developed as a striker. He doesn't have an instinct for where the ball's going to go. He lacks instinct. I think if that's, I'm trying to think. It's easy to say Haaland, but if there's like a proper,
Isak,
with
Ekatike, João Pedro.
Yeah, they just
Wissa.
go. You just go. You look at the line.
But a lot of those guys don't do the sexy stuff that Rashford does, right? They don't do the swazzy, whippy shots. They don't do the free kicks. They don't do the sexy stuff, but they do the basics well. And with Rashford's game, he focuses a lot on the sexy stuff and not enough on the basics.
Just put the ball in the net, man. Just when
since his breakout season when he was 18, 19, I don't know how much he's improved as a player.
Well, I think this era of United, which is going to go down as one of the worst, obviously, but in the modern day at least, the last 10 years, or he's getting on to 12, 13 years, but at least the last 10, I think he's going to go down as the number one casualty. He's not, maybe not. Like, Anthony Martial was heralded as, the new Henri, and there's,
the Ballon d'Or clause, mate. The Ballon d'Or clause, we all remember that.
Yeah. Like the French Association were very upset with United about how they handled his development. Marcus didn't develop. I'm sure someone else who hasn't. There's a few others.
The difference is, though, like we spoke about with Atama earlier, go somewhere that you can develop then. You're comfortable being in this environment. You're comfortable being here.
Too much thinking. What is that, Diego? Too much thinking. They're just making...
That's great defending, that. Little chest to the keeper. That's great defending.
Yeah, he's in my fantasy team. He's on the bench, though.
Who's that?
O'Shea.
Oh.
Steady. It's just defense. And this is what you were saying about being the most competitive. There's a lot of steady players in this league now. It's not. There's no scrubs. Not to quote the song.
Oh, bloody hell!
That is close.
It's the concern about how easy that is. Look at that one run. Dalot is nowhere near him. Nowhere near him. I'm gonna tell you what, if Onana stood in goal, that's a goal.
Of course.
The only criticism I have of that shot is it's a right height for the keeper. It's not top corner. It's not bottom corner. It's just kind of floating around the right height for the goalkeeper. That's the only thing.
You know that meme where it's got that dog sitting on a table and it's surrounded in fire and he says everything's fine?
Yep.
That's how I feel about United and the fullbacks. I've been screaming for years that our fullbacks aren't good enough. And that's what it feels like. The club will go, no, everything's fine. And I'm like, how is everything fine? How is everything fine? And like,
because
money, isn't it? This is a business.
That is a knock-on effect of the overblown, over-the-top hatred and vitriol that Harry Maguire's got. Because you guys have consistently focused on bringing in new centre-backs when you haven't necessarily needed new centre-backs. Or you have, but not as urgently as you needed new fullbacks. And then when you did bring in Malacia, he just disappeared. He was on milk cartons. Has anyone seen him? He just disappeared completely.
Do you know what happened to him? I don't actually know what happened to him. And I know, without being that guy, so I do apologise. I knew what was going on as it was going on because I know someone in that circle. He did his meniscus.
Mm-hmm.
He decided he was going to get it done somewhere. He wanted to get it done himself. It wasn't done right. And then the club sent him to get it done again. And it went wrong again. And and then when he finally got back, he'd lost a pace. That should be it. Come on, man. So that's why, like, he spent 2 years out of football, which is a long time to spend out the game, and he'd lost the yard at such a young age because he got his similar to Fatu, isn't it? Is it Fatu who was at Barca?
Fati, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know where he is now, but that's what happened to him. They because there's two types of meniscus surgeries you can have. You can have the one meniscus surgery what takes about 3 months, but you're not cutting out the meniscus and it self heals or whatever. Or you can have the one where you take it out. It's a famous basketball player called Brandon Roy. He just had to cut the meniscus cut out, and he was playing 2 weeks later. You can play a week, 3 weeks later if you have it cut out, but meniscus doesn't grow back. It doesn't grow back. And Fatu had his meniscus taken out as well.
It's another free kick that Bruno's going to want this one, isn't he? He's definitely going to want this one.
He's got to take this one.
He's probably going to score this as well.
He looks tired again. I don't know why he looks so tired. He
does look tired. It's probably stress.
Yeah.
But yeah, Malacia is still without a club. Crazy.
Yeah, he'll go like Dutch second division or something like that, mate. Right.
I reckon Bruno scores from this. I've just got a horrible gut feeling.
That sounds like a beautiful gut feeling, mate.
Horrible.
Nah, I think top of the wall.
Top right corner. It's going to go right around and over. It's going to be, if he hits it right.
Top of the wall.
It's going to go top right.
Bruno. Yep, top of the wall.
Up the tractor, boys. Come on.
There's no up in tractor boys, mate. No up in tractor boys.
It should be Nicholas's team, really.
It should be. Oh. It's so bad. Tielemans and Bruno are pointing to tell players where to pass the ball. Oh dear.
All that being said, they've tested your goalkeeper once or twice, but they haven't really put a lot of pressure on you. And it's the thing, if you guys play like this against teams that are more ambitious, like you say, you're not Haaland stuff, but you're, oh God, can we have a fucking United game where we don't cut the camera to Sir Alex? Jesus Christ.
Of course not. Of course you can't.
Bloody hell.
Oh, that was lovely, Cobby. Lovely.
Like a bad smell lingering around the place.
Beautiful touch and pass by Cobby. Ball in. Oh!
What has he done? What's he done? That was good. That was a nice play from Kobe Mainoo, to be fair. That was good.
I'll tell you what, when new Old Trafford is built, they've got to lose this slope at the edge of the pitch, because even Sesko got injured playing here against Liverpool last season. This slope, I don't know why we have that slope. It's mad.
Did Rojo get injured in one as well? Was it?
Yeah. Always this slope, man. It's treacherous.
I don't know if it's for water or what it is, but
it has to be training, isn't it?
It's got a lot of modern pitches have got that. We've got a very slight one, because when Saka's taking corners, he's looking up at the corner, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think a lot of modern pitches have got that, but yours is quite dramatic, or you don't have a long enough bit of grass just off the pitch.
Yeah,
it makes you wonder how much people the players, when they're running for a ball that's going to just run out of play, how much that plays into their minds and how many balls you lose. Do you know what I mean?
At least once a game, I see a player from United or the opposition slide into those barriers, and you hear, "Ooh!" at least once a game.
And the problem is now, this 38, he feels like he's got Dallo on toast now. He's going to feel well up for it.
Yeah.
But again, Ipswich, they're just not showing too much ambition. But I feel like you guys might struggle against like your Brightons and your Bournemouths and your Newcastles and teams that just have that little slight bit more ambition. He's absolutely cooked Luke Shaw. Cooked him.
Oh my.
Oh, what a finish. What a finish. They're almost Ipswich. I still stand by my statement that they're not. Hey, Ahmad, don't tell me about Luke Shaw. I told you, start Borgu left back. I'm not even a United fan and it's annoying me. Just start him left back. What are we doing? Oh, but the thing is, on the my nigga, you man overcomplicate the game. You've got a shit left back and you've got a decent left wing back. Just play Dorgu left back. I was screaming it last game. You lot are annoying. I'm not even a United fan and you lot are annoying me. But up the tractor, boys. Up the tractor, boys. I was going to do a sound of a tractor, but I actually don't know what tractors sound like. But up the tractor, boys. If you're going to play Rashford at left wing, you might as well have Dorgu left back. You're going to dominate the ball. He can put crosses into the box to Cunha, and he's just faster than Luke Shaw. The one thing Luke Shaw had for him, even in his prime, was his physical strength. He was very difficult to move off the ball. And in his prime, if Luke Shaw got nutmegged and spun like he just did there, in his prime, Luke Shaw would have the physical strength to stop you from going and retaining that ball. He was really difficult to deal with in 1v1s. If he ain't got that no more, he's not got the pace, we know that. If he's not got the strength anymore, what's he got? Anyway, Lex, it's your team. React. Talk to me.
I've got no words, mate. I just need a moment. You said it all, to be honest. And like when I was obviously annoyed, and then look, they smell blood. This is like Holland all over again. They're like, these are crap. Look, they're like, these like, they can't. I was watching the goal back to see who should have picked him up. It was probably in Burmo, but like maybe. But you don't know where Brian started. This two. It's got to be. Should have been two. Should have been two.
And they do smell blood. And this is a Ipswich team, by the way, that hasn't lost a game all season. They beat Sunderland on the opening day, and they beat Leicester 3-1 in the EFL Cup. They actually haven't lost a game.
He was on. It was close, but he was on.
Shane said another cross. They almost scored again. We cannot defend crosses in the box. I mean, if you keep crosses away from Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire, as much as I like him, you can do him with a bit of movement. Do you know what I mean? If Harry Maguire's marking you, you run towards the ball, he's going to follow you, take him out of position, whip the cross over his head, back post, you could be in. But other than that, there's no one else that's going to defend the box from aerial threat. Nobody. And it's Harry Maguire that gets the defensive header there. The boy Harry, I'm telling you.
Michael Carrick's been stitched up, Nick.
By who?
Like, because they've not backed him enough. The team.
I'm not having that, Lex.
Let me finish. Let me finish. That hole at left back has been there for 3 years.
There's not a hole at left back.
Well, there is.
Dorgu's on the bench.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Dorgu's on the bench.
You might be right. You might be right, Nick. You might be right. But the club and apparently his agent and Dorgu see himself as a winger, but that's a whole other debate.
It don't matter. Do you know where he sees himself, Dorgu? Do you know where he sees himself? On the fucking pitch. Just blame it on the pitch. As a player, you go on the pitch. If you want to be, of course you want to be a winger. Miles Lewis-Skelly had a year and a half of playing left back. He wants to be a centre mid, but during his time playing left back, he showed what he can do at centre mid. If you're a winger and you rain crosses in and Cunha gets on the end of it and you score goals, then you can go to the gaffer and say, "Listen, gaffer, look what I was doing. Get me left back, get me left wing." Do you know what I mean? You played left wing last week and you were shit. You played left wing last week, you were shit. You can't come and argue with me now about playing left wing. That don't make any sense. Just show me what you can do. Be on the pitch. You've got to be on the pitch. And this is why we signed the players that we signed. They asked Kai Havertz, where do you prefer playing? So I play anywhere. Anywhere Mikel wants me to play, I'll play. Don't worry about it. Play anywhere. Not bothered.
That's a card, ref. That's a card. Not that it matters that much, but that's a card.
Our fullbacks can't stop crosses. So what Shane's saying is it still ain't the crisis. Bro, Shane don't believe in crises, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shane told me Spurs are going to finish top 6 because De Zerbi is an elite manager. They ain't scored a goal yet. They spent 400 million on attackers and not scored a single goal. They've not scored a single goal. At this stage, just play Dorgu. Oh, that's what I try to say. We need a right back too. You know, I hear you. But the goal just came from left back. The
problem is, Nick, we can still get, obviously we can still get something from this game, but it's, like the point, like it's happened. Do you know what I mean? It's happened. What's happened's happened.
We spoke about this last week, Lex. We said Ipswich is the game you need to win because after that you play Everton. Everton are a better side than Ipswich at the moment.
We could be bottom. We could be bottom next week.
I never said elite. Okay, you didn't say elite. You said he's a great. You said he's a great. You said great. You said great.
You said great.
Like he said about De Zerbi, he said he's a great coach or a great manager, and I said, where are you getting great from? And then he said, okay, fine, maybe he's not great, maybe he's good. He had a good spell at Brighton, he had a good spell in France, but I don't know where great is. Niggas never won a trophy. Arteta's won a trophy, and people still say he's shit and overrated. So where we're getting great from for someone that's never won anything is mind games. I don't understand. Gary O'Neill has a similar resume to De Zerbi. Gary O'Neill was brilliant for Wolves. And he's doing well for Ipswich. And I'm sure he had another team he managed that did quite well in between that. Gary O'Neill was a similar level manager to me to De Zerbi. Good manager. De Zerbi's just the more egotistical Gary O'Neill. But the problem that you got, like we said, you're playing Everton next. Do you know what I mean? And
what
the games
the heck is going on, man?
This was meant to be the easy game.
What the heck is going on? Well done,
the thing is, Dallo, he got run by the guy for the ball before, but Dallo also nearly scored the opener for you guys. He got up the other end of the pitch. Dallo's effective. Luke Shaw is never going to go and score you guys a 25-yard banger. Like he's not doing any. Like what's he doing?
Dallo's also fine. Dallo's also fine on the goal. I was watching the positioning of who he was picking up. And then the other thing is second balls or second runners and second balls have been an issue for about 5 years now. What hasn't been fixed, probably longer. But Dallo was fine. He picked up his man fine. It looked like Burma was sprinting back to try and pick up someone's spare.
That's a poor pass that from Meno though. It's an ambitious one. It's not an easy one. That's a poor decision. I guess maybe he's just trying to relieve some pressure. I mean, they're on us. Let's just get the ball up the field. Hey, this Fatawu is causing all types of problems. What a challenge!
He might be in. What's going on here?
Wow, that is a heavy challenge. Is that going to be a red for someone? That is a crazy challenge.
Yeah, that's why I said he might be in a bit of trouble with this number 7.
He's got to lay on the floor and pretend he's hurt. He's got to. Let's see where the studs are.
Nah, that's not. For me, that's not.
I don't mind. I don't mind that.
Maybe a yellow at best.
It could be a yellow. It's a little bit reckless, but I don't mind that. Nah, that's and it's my ball. That's not a red card at all. Ahmad, if you think that's a red, don't come to England and play football. Man are going to hit you with a tackle like that every week. Every week.
Yellow's fair.
Lex.
Yeah. Yellow's fair. No, you can't come. Particularly on a Sunday league, you can't come and play, mate.
Can't play over here.
Particularly if you try and dribble the ball, mate. They'll do that to you in the first 10 minutes. Brian needs to put some shin pads on as well. That's half the issue. I was watching, these guys don't wear shin pads anymore. They're about flipping 4 inches.
They wear the tiny ones, don't they? They wear the tiny. They wear like tiny little pads. Bro, I used to wear big fuck off ugly. I used to wear the ones with the ankle wrap that you wrap.
What goes up to your knee? Goes all like and you wrap it around. Yeah, I used to wear proper things, mate.
And because I'm short as well, because I'm short, they just look like they take up my whole fucking leg.
You look like Shawn Michaels, isn't it? You about to just give someone a sweet, about to give someone sweet chin music, mate. Them wrestling boots.
I think attacking wise, Lissandro's been okay as well. He's played the ball through the lines a little bit, but I've just from Tielemans, who's been tidy, I'm just not seeing him pick up the ball in the half spaces and be effective. The attacks that you have mounted have gone from defense straight through to attack. And when you've got someone with the technical ability that, oh no, PFA Player of the Year, lads, PFA Player of the Year.
He was though. He was
PFA, not over Gabriel, but that's okay. PFL Player of the Year.
Even the players said that he was the best player, but that's another thing. It's a new season, isn't it? So
Bruno voted for Gabriel, so
you can't vote for yourself.
Bruno voted for Gabriel.
Yeah, but you can't vote for yourself. It's like when I do the end of season, when I do the end of season awards in my league, I still vote for.
Let's come up. This match, most touches, successful passes, and progressive passes to Martinez. What I just say, he's the one that's been breaking the lines. Do you know what I mean? But you want your midfielders to do it. You're making it harder for yourself that you want the ball to go straight from defense into attack. You're making it really difficult.
He looks vexed.
Lissandro.
Yeah,
I
like
bet he is.
you know when you're that vexed that you don't even show it, like you've done like the whole 360 and you're just mad, you can't even speak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he asked to go tomorrow. What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying, Shane.
Dallo, what are you doing, man? Do you see that? They just threw
What
the
did he
ball
do?
into him and he kicked it out of play to then go and get a different ball and throw it. And the referee's like, no, he just kicked it out of play.
They
They
smell blood.
won't. Oh, here we go. No, if we
Oh,
don't
what?
score here, here we go. Nah, Bruno's not scoring that. Oh, yes, yes! Let's go! Oh, Ipswich, silly boys.
The thing is, it's just not
Bailed us
sustainable.
out.
It's
No,
just
of
not
course it's not. Of
sustainable.
course it's not.
It's just not sustainable.
Of course it's not.
This is what Bruno does. Then man are gonna at the end of the year, man are gonna say Player of the Year, PFA Player of the Year.
Nah,
Of course
he
he
was
is.
great last season. He was great. All round, he was great, man. All round, his play was great last year. This wasn't Bruno's performances last year. He was great last year, particularly after Christmas. He was great as well. That's a great pass. Is that Marcus or is it
No,
Cunha?
it's
That's
Cunha.
Cunha.
I can't even. I can tell it's not Marcus because Marcus cannot play passes like that. There's no way.
No, yeah, that's what. When
You
I
can't.
saw it first, I was surprised. I thought, nah.
I
And
only
then
knew it was Cunha. The only reason I know it's Cunha is because Marcus and Buemo both can't do that. So it had to be Cunha.
hey, keeper maybe should have saved that. You know.
And
Let's have a look.
that's why Cunha wants to play
Yeah,
behind the second striker. He wants to play second striker.
yeah, that's poor from the key. That's Ipswich is basically that pass and it's not a keeping mistake, but you want your keeper to save that. In the Premier League, you want your keeper to save that. Really, do
There's
you know
two
what I
things.
mean?
You shouldn't be beat near post, which they always say, but
Yeah,
also keepers not come out. Once it's 1-on-1, you've got to come out and close the angle. Doesn't come out and close the angle.
yeah, yeah.
Gary O'Neill's had this spot on though.
Yeah, I mean the game's gonna. To be fair, we'll have to see what the final score is. But I said 3-1, but it wouldn't surprise me 2-1. And the game's gone exactly as I expected for it to go, and it's exactly why I expected a goal for Ipswich because of just the calamity backline that we've got, and particularly the calamity fullbacks. It's the same old repeat thing going over and over again. Like
If you
if we
start
were
Shaw and Dallo every week, you guys probably won't keep a clean sheet for the whole season.
yeah, but you know the thing is, if we were a serious club and Ineos was serious like they claim they are, and they're not, then Rashford would be going to Fenerbahce tomorrow, and Luke Shaw would be just thanked for his services and offered, I don't know, to coach the 18s or the 16s. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or we can move on if we were serious, because Shaw
it's a
doesn't
good
have the
ball.
character. Shaw doesn't have the I remember. I'm sure you remember the score, but might not remember the details. Remember when we lost 7-0 to Liverpool?
Yeah,
4 of those goals were Luke Shaw, and 2 of them he was like sort of 6 yards out and just like booted the ball to Gakpo or whoever it was. Like if you look back at the
Gakpo won't even
highlights,
air
you're
them
like,
times, but yeah.
whoever it was, he just kicked the ball straight to them, and I was like, oh, nah, he's a give it. Oh, he hasn't. Tillmans, you naughty boy, you did flop a little bit there, mate. But Shaw doesn't. Yes, Simmons. Cool as a cucumber. Yeah, he doesn't. He's too nice. Like he's a nice guy. Sure, I feel like he'd be, and that's why he probably sticks around because everyone really likes him. But he's not about it. When you said like different expectations for the fans and the players, Luke Shaw is the one who stands out for me.
Yeah.
That Carragher quote about leave the football, that is actually more relevant to Shaw than it ever was to Casemiro. He should be
Yeah,
asking to come off.
who, sure.
At half time, he should. He should say, Gaffer, like, you should probably bring Patrick on. Like, I'm sorry, you should bring him on. Or, like, at
There's
least
no
South
way he
Gillis.
says that. There's no way. And what? And loses 10 million a year salary.
That's a dive from Tillmans. That's a big dive. You should got booking for that. It's naughty. So very much like Chelsea, if we win anyway this game, we have to win it first.
If not, you're nothing like Chelsea. Chelsea's attack looks fucking fire. You man's attack don't look fire.
But the defense is going to be the big issue.
Yeah, I know. I hear that. That's you have one thing in common. Both of you not have shit defenses. But don't say you're like Chelsea. Chelsea look like they could smoke
No,
teams.
I said like Chelsea, not we're like Chelsea, but like Chelsea. It's it's a similar thing.
That Dallo going for a shot. Dallo.
Yeah.
Why not, man? Why not? But as I'm saying, he's gonna try and give you something in it. Like Dallo's trying, in it. He's shit, but he's trying. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think he's okay. I don't think he's bad. I think he's okay. The problem with Dallo is he just has like random moments where you're just like, what are you doing? Finally put a decent ball in. Oh, why is it? Oh, gosh. Did you see Harry gesturing? So whatever Bruno's called, he's telling him whatever corner he's called. Then he's done the complete opposite. So it looked like the way that Harry's gesturing is he's told everyone to run near post.
Yeah.
Because everyone went near post and it went long. I was about to say, where is everyone? And then Harry's like, what are you doing with his hand? I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, why has the ball gone back post? I hope Bruno gets a rest in the international break. He looks like he just needs to chill out, man. Oh, yeah.
I don't understand why. There's plenty of players that have played more football than him.
I think it might be a burnout over the years thing for Bruno. Since he came, he's always played 90 minutes. He's probably at the stage now with a World Cup in the summer. Or again, you never know what's going on. You never know what's going on. Is this what we're doing? We're just peppering from 40. Everyone's taking pot shots, Nick.
Because they've got no faith in the system, blood. They're looking at your attackers like, if I don't do this now, if I don't do this, then it's never gonna happen, bro.
On the 46th minute, who was that? There's someone wide open.
Martinez.
No, someone's wide open on the left, and he just went, "Nah, it's not. We're not passing to you, mate." Oof.
Bruno has vacated the midfield, and just to get himself on the ball more, he's had to start doing that Bruno thing and drift wide to try and get into spaces to collect the ball.
Yeah.
And again, it's another line-breaking pass for Martinez. Martinez has been probably you lot's best passer over the course of the game so far. Obviously, Cunha's got the best pass of the game with the assist, but Martinez has consistently been you guys' best passer with the ball.
It's the left side. Rashford and Shaw have to. That's half time. Rashford and Shaw. I'm just going to check the group chats while we're talking.
Yeah.
Rashford and Shaw.
Oh yeah, check the Mortal Kombat group.
Oh, has it been in there? Yeah, okay, I'll have a look.
Only one little one. Only one little one.
Okay.
1-1 half time. 1-1 half time. And United look poor. Let's be real. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, they've scored a goal from a mistake, a slip, and they've capitalized on it, and that was a good play. But over the course of the game, United haven't looked controlled. They haven't looked like they're controlling the game. They don't look confident, and they're not up against a great side. Ipswich are in good form, but they're not up against a great side, really, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Ipswich have had 4 shots on target from 5 shots, and United have had 3 shots on target from 10 shots. They're just shooting from anywhere and hoping for things to come. I'm not really seeing what the system is or what the plan is, or I can't really see that right now. Do you know what I'm saying? We are going to win this game, but it's just not good enough. Yeah, you probably will win this game. You probably will win this game. But it's just like Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Chelsea won their game, but defensively they look awful. The difference is Chelsea's attack looks peak. They're going to go out and slap 3-4 goals. With United, we don't know it's going to be 3-4 goals. It's going to be a lot of scraping past teams. Do you know what I mean? If you are going to win. But there you go. You guys had more corners, better pass accuracy, more passes, more possession, but it's poor. And you guys, obviously we always talk about. I talk about Arsenal because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I talk about those players that can help us control the game. I'm not seeing United look like that midfield. That midfield three of Tielemans, Maino, and Bruno Fernandes today, and I know it was a different midfield last game, but last game, they don't look like that midfield can control the ball. That midfield don't look like they could just have the ball, move the ball, control the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, and just see the game out or control it. Do you know what I'm saying? Their attack is just more organized. I don't think it's peak. Our attack probably offers the same amount of threat, but they're just disjointed right now. You said the same thing last week, bro. You said the same thing last week. It's fine. Our attack had a bad day. It will come good. That's what you said last week. Now this week, our attack, bro, your attack of Mbuemo, Rashford, and Cunha is not as potent as Palmer, Morgan Rogers, and João Pedro. There's no way. There's no way. Impossible. If Arsenal had to get rid of our front three and get a new front three, and it had to choose between United's and Chelsea's, I'm picking Chelsea's by far. By far. It's not even close. It's not even close. Mbuemo is very limited. Rashford is very limited. Cunha's cool in certain moments, but their man are limited, bro.
I think Chelsea might have the best front three in the league, to be honest.
This one, Shane's saying their attack is just that they're more organised. How can they be more organised? You man have got the same manager from last year. How can they be more organised than you? This manager just got here.
What do you mean more organised, Shane? I don't understand.
Their attack is just better than yours, bro. I'll be real. Their attack's better than yours.
Roger, Pedro, Palmer is crazy. That's
the last two seasons, our attack has scored more goals. Well, Morgan Rogers wasn't there last year, so I don't know what that's an irrelevant metric. That's like arguing I get more girls than you because I've been to more brothels. That's not the same thing. It's just an irrelevant metric. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about their attack as it is today. You're bringing up their attack last year. Morgan Rogers weren't there. So we're talking about.
I think the big thing about our attack at the moment is that left side. And although I agree he's better in the 10, Cunha was better on the wing than what we've had this season. He did a job and he played well there. He had some really great moments, obviously. Sesko not being fit is massively hurting us, massively hurting us. And then actually Ahmad being out as well. Because I think if Ahmad was available, it'd actually probably there'd be the option of putting Ahmad on the right and Boomer up front like he had in pre-season and Cunha back on the left. I think that would be a lot better than what we've got at the moment. I think that's why it looks so disjointed because it's just that. Like the three doesn't really make sense. Rashford, like, it's a bit of a random word to use, but he throws out the whole front sway for me. Like the whole front sway is gone when Marcus
Shane said we score more goals from individual brilliance, whereas they score from a system. One, that's not true because Cole Palmer's goal today was individual brilliance. He picked up the ball on the wing, drove the ball through 6 players and slapped it bottom corner from outside the box. That's not a system. That's just him being great. But their system and their individual players are better than yours. If I had to sign a left winger right now, in fact, Arsenal tried to get Morgan Rogers. We never looked at Cunha. We never looked at Rashford. We never looked at Dorgu. We looked at Morgan Rogers. That's one and one, and he was too expensive. If I had to sign a number 9 in the league right now, an out-and-out 9, I'm signing João Pedro. Other than like Haaland, I'm signing João Pedro. I think he's one of the best number 9s in the league. And then on the right wing, you've got Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's better than Mbuemo and Ahmad. So on pure individual level, in fact, you man want Cole Palmer. You want Cole Palmer. That's Lex's picture is Cole Palmer on this fucking stream. So on an individual player for player basis, they're better. And on top of that, the system is better. But on an individual basis, they're also better. Do you know what I'm saying? Ekatike is better than Pedro for me. I'm not mad at that. Ekatike or Pedro. That's a good shout, Mustafa. Shout out to you. We're over reliant on Bruno. Once he goes, others need to step up. No. Others need to step up now. They can't wait till he goes, and then others need to step up. Man should be stepping up now while he's here so that you can phase him out of the team. There's no point City having a season where they only have Haaland score 60 goals and no one else scores a goal. And then next year they lose Haaland and then the manager says, right, someone else has got to replace his goals. That doesn't make any sense. You start getting goals from other players now while he's there so you can phase him out of the team.
Did you watch the replay of the goal, Nick? It was in Mbuemo. Did you see it? So the guy who scored, he was kind of like in a left back kind of position. Yeah. And then once Shaw did what Shaw did, he just ghosted slowly behind, and Mbeumo was just ball watching. So he probably should have. He should have been the guy tracking and watching him. But saying all that, before that, they actually showed that although he kind of fell asleep on that goal, Mbeumo stopped it from going 1-0 before that anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a stalemate. That's a good finish by Bruno, and it is powerful. It's powerful.
It's a good finish. It's a good finish. But you always criticize the keeper when they're beaten near post. Always.
Yeah.
But for me, the biggest problem is that he stayed on his line and he's got to come off his line. Are you dumb? You silly? How can you say that when individually Rashford and Buemo and Cunha have scored more goals than Palmer, João Pedro, and Rodgers, even when Rodgers was at Villa? Because when Rodgers was at Villa, you dumb motherfucker, he was playing in midfield. He wasn't playing on left wing. He's playing in midfield. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How's that an argument? How's that an argument? What are you on about? What are you on about? If Kobe Mainoo scores more goals than fucking Rodri, is he better than Rodri? At Aston Villa, Rodgers wasn't an out attacker. He used to play in central mid.
Also, Nick, it's like we're talking about.
If that's what you feel, then good luck to you for the season. You're right. You're okay. Fine. Rashford, Cunha, and Buemo scored more goals. Rashford wasn't even there last season, but fuck it, we'll count his Barcelona goals. He scored 20 goals in Barcelona, therefore he's better than the players that do it in the Prem. What are you on about? What are you on about? So if I send Ethan Nwaneri on loan to Turkey and he slaps 25 goals, I can then say, well, our attack is better than yours because my attacker scored 25 goals in Turkey last year. What are you on about? This is Man United mentality right here. Enjoy fourth, man. Enjoy fourth. What an idiots.
The thing is as well, Nick, that's also last season is only as relevant as it's relevant. Do you know what I mean? Like so far this season, in 2 games, Chelsea actually look like they've probably got the best so far. They've got you can't go against the data from the last 2 weeks. You can't go against that. They're showing it how they're playing.
When you man are languishing in 9th, 5 games into the season because you can't get goals, but you're gonna just keep relying on the fact that Marcus Rashford scored 20 for Barcelona last year, bro. Do you think you can bring his goals with him from Barcelona? What do you want us to do about that? Marcus Rashford won the league. Did he win the league last year with Barca?
Yeah, he won the league last year, Barca. But if you want to you can go back to what did Marcus Rashford score the last time he was in the Premier League? How many goals? 1? Was it 1? Because when he started with Amarin, didn't he? And I think he scored at Ipswich, funnily enough, Ipswich away. And then I'm not sure if he scored again. And then he was gone mid-season-ish to Villa. So what did he score? Maybe half a dozen that year.
No, but he's the best. He's the best. How can you say that they are better when our attack is scoring more goals? It's only been 2 games. Because I'm talking about this season. This season. I could sign Neymar, Messi, and Ronaldo right now, and they won't be as good as Chelsea's front 3. Because this year, they're not as good. Now, I can't say, how can you say that? My front 3 scored 2,000 goals in all of football. Yeah, but not now. They scored 2,000 goals fucking last year, years ago. What are we talking about? We're talking about now, right now. Let's never start a new season then. Let's never start a new. Man United is the best because they won the league in 1983. 2026. When do we start time again? What's the point then? What's the point then? Do you know what I'm saying, Lex?
Yeah, you know I'm not saying anything.
Say, bro. Say.
I'm not saying. Yeah, no. I said what I said. It's this season, isn't it? And
we've got to go by this season. This season. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't argue with me. If you wanted to, if you have a better argument saying, don't panic. Cunha's playing out of position because we've got a couple injuries. When Sesko and Ahmad are back, we'll have more pieces and we'll be able to move the attack a little bit more. Right now, we're a bit predictable because managers pretty much know what we're going to do. That's a good argument. But don't tell me that your front 3, the front 3 that's playing right now, the front 3 that hasn't scored a goal in two games, by the way, because we only scored 1 goal and it was Bruno that scored it, not part of your front 3. You can't tell me your front 3 is better than the team that's slapping 3 on 4 goals every week. How can the front 3 that scored 0 goals in 2 games be better than the front 3 that scored 7 goals? Because last year, less than a fucking what's it called? Dudley Dursley, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Last year, man, ain't talking about last year. Man, talking about this year. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
this is what United fans do, bro. If they don't go back to last year, if last year you were shit, do you know what they'll do? They'll go 2 years ago. Or they'll go through. When you man finished 17th and lost the Europa League final, man start going back to 3 years ago. Rashford's cold. Rashford's better than this player. Why is Rashford better than that player? Because is Rashford better than Solis right now? Solis played 2 games. He looked cold. Rashford's better. Why? Because 3 years ago, Rashford scored a free kick. What are we talking about? How far back are we? How long? What's the statute of limitations for a player being good? What's the statute of limitations for a player being good? How long do we let that fly?
I think you can only go. I don't even think it's by season. I think you go on current form, and Chelsea are showing that they're almost. I wouldn't say they're quite free scoring, but they're as close to free scoring as you can get. Without,
and they've played better opposition. They've played Brighton and Fulham, who are 2 established Premier League teams.
We look unbalanced at the moment. We look unbalanced at the moment, and I think.
But Samson, you're saying you agree it's 2 games. You need more games to make a conclusion either way. I hear you. By the end of the season, things might change. But I'm saying right now, I support Arsenal. If Arsenal needed to sign a left winger and I have Morgan Rogers to sign or Rashford, I'm signing Morgan Rogers. Am I crazy for that? No.
I think Samson's right as well. I think that's the bottom line for me. Is Samson's right. We'll see. See when Ahmad's back. And Ahmad he had a ropey second half of the season last year, so you have to see. But we look disjointed.
Man are relying on Ahmad. Man are relying on Ahmad. All right, say no more.
I think Ahmad's good. But and Sesko, how does he kick on? Can we get him fit? I hope that he's made a sub. I don't think he's going to make a sub, but I hope he's made a sub here. Second half, still not. Oh, they love to chat at halftime, don't they? I mean, the sub is Dorgu for sure, isn't it? Really, that's the sub. The sub is Dorgu for sure.
We can't say Shaw's been bad. We can't say that.
Why?
Because there's only been 2 games. We can't say that. He might be good in the future. He might be good. It's only been 2 games. We can't say that.
He's been bad for longer than 2.
But Samson, I'm not taking these are the same man that were criticizing Arsenal when we were winning the league. Game 35, you lot are still shit. Game 36, you lot are still shit. Game 37, you lot are still shit. Won the league, you lot are still shit. But we can't judge your team after 2 games. The defense been shit for like 5 years. When was the last time your defense was good? Look who's here. Look who's here. When was the last time your defense was good, Lex?
On the Jose, it was all right at one point. Was it good? Or no,
how many years ago? How many years ago was that? 80. I'm actually backing you, man, right now. I'm trying to tell these, man, your front 3 is way better than these man's front 3. And these men are saying I can't say that because it had been 2 games. They scored 7 goals. That front 3 scored 7 goals.
Nick, do me a favour. And this is what I'm going to have to say to you as well all the time, by the way, bro. Please clarify who these men are, because it's there's certain people. Don't put in.
They've scored 7 goals, and 6 of those 7 goals are scored by the front 3. You man have scored 1 goal in 1.5 games, and it's scored by Bruno. Your front 3 hasn't scored a goal yet.
Clarify who it is, please, Nick.
It's Samson and Shane. But what's their front 3? It don't matter what their front 3 is. It could be any of their front 3. They're all shit. They can't score, bro. Whether we take, okay, fine. Because do you know why I say that? Because last week you had Dorgu left wing. So if we take out Rashford and put in Dorgu, guess what? The net sum of total goals is still 0. We're arguing 0 versus 0. So it's 0 then, isn't it? What difference does it make? You can have a front 4. Fuck it. Have a front 4. Have a front 4. You can have Dorgu, Rashford, Cunha, and Mbuemo. All 4 there. They're getting outscored by Chelsea's front 3. Have 4. It doesn't make a difference.
So for Ipswich.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. I told these man, if I'm signing a left winger, I'm signing Morgan Rogers over Rashford. Man said you can't say that. It's only been 2 games. Are we stupid? Are we stupid?
They've substituted, swapped the strikers by the looks of it for some reason.
Hey, is that Akpom? Is that Akpom I'm seeing? Nah, yeah. Is that my boy? Hey, listen, I don't let Akpom dunk on you, man, Don't let Akpom do this, bro.
Oh, he played for Carrick. He played for Carrick. That was Carrick.
Middlesbrough, yeah.
I didn't know.
You said, Samson, we can't judge any of the players because it's only been 2 games. That's what you said. And Shane said, well, statistically, this United team scored more goals than Morgan Rogers last year. Morgan Rogers played for Villa last year and he played in the midfield. He wasn't a winger yet. He wasn't a winger yet. He was only a winger when he played for England. He wasn't a winger yet.
You know what? Finally, a little bit of one-touch football gets us. Should have been 7 yards out with a strike at goal. Much movement off the ball. Good. Now the thing is, Carrick obviously spoke to them. Can they keep it up for another 48 minutes or whatever it's going to be? That's the thing, or 50 minutes.
Yeah, boy, that's true. But Akpom, bro. That's true. But Akpom up top. United have started with a lot more intensity straight away, but there couldn't really be less. That's a great kick from the Ipswich keeper, by the way. That's a great kick. Huge challenge from Luke Shaw.
Cobby with a good touch there, dispossessed. I think I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Two Ipswich players. Go on, you're on 46.
I'm on 46 exactly.
I'm for 4602, 4603, 4604.
I'm 2 seconds ahead.
Okay, cool. I never said that specifically. You said Chelsea's attack is better, period. I was essentially saying Chelsea are currently performing better, but you cannot judge. I hear you. The difference is Morgan Rogers Palmer's balled out since he's been at Chelsea. João Pedro has balled out since he's been at Chelsea. Morgan Rogers just got there and they've clearly immediately gone to another level because they weren't slapping 3s and 4s like this every week. Cool, it's only been 2 games, fair enough. Rashford has been at Man United his whole life. Why are we pretending we only have 2 years of data for Rashford? If you want to say let's give Mbeumo more time or you want to give Šeško more time, fine. Last season was Šeško's first season. Let's not judge him. Rashford's been there for years. Rashford's been there for years. What are we talking about? That's like saying let's not judge. It's only 2 games into the season. Let's not judge United's back 4. My nigga, it's the same back 4. It's the same back 4 as before. What are we not judging? I don't understand. Bro, I said that at the beginning of the game, bro. And listen, and Cesar was causing United all types of problems. All types of problems. And in the first half, you'd have to say Ipswich were the better side.
I don't know about that. I think they had the other than the goal, they had the other better chance. But for a good half an hour, 35 minutes, they sat back. We just couldn't do anything with it.
That's why I think they're the better side. I think that when they attacked, they look more dangerous. You guys got the goal through a slip, but when they attacked, they look more dangerous. They just should have had a little bit better quality. And when they were sitting in defense, they looked quite comfortable. There weren't too many hairy moments. So I would say on balance of play, they were the better side. They looked the far more comfortable side, other than the fact that you guys got the goal because the guy slipped over when he was about to cross the ball.
But I don't think they look comfortable because of them. I think they look comfortable because of us. That's the
problem.
Matter.
Comfortable, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Okay, I'm saying they look the better side, and you're saying that they don't look better. United just look worse. I mean, okay, fine then. United look the worst side. If you know what I mean?
No, I don't think United look the worst side. I just think United were average and they were okay.
Gary O'Neill was at Strasbourg like a month ago. Gary O'Neill has had a good return on pretty much every club he's managed, bro. I think Rashford should be at Palace personally. Nah, man. It's only been 2 games. You can't say that.
His ego is too big for Palace.
It's not his ego, it's his bank account.
Yeah, he'd hate that as well. They'd hate him. What Palace is all about, my family-in-law are Palace fans. Palace is anti sort of player what Rashford is. They want people who just want to be there, work hard, you know, put their head down. That's what, like, you look at the sort of players that are there or come through there, Eze's and Warburtons and stuff like that. Like, they're just grafters, man. They just want to work hard. Like, who's the last flashy Palace player you knew? Zaha, and that's only because, yeah, that's true. But even the way he plays his character, I mean character rather than style of play.
And Cesar goes for a strike. I don't think I've seen a football player get more chances to reinvent themselves than Marcus Rashford.
He's up there, isn't he?
Actually, Luke Shaw, but it's between the 2 of them.
Yeah. Pogba?
No, I probably didn't get that many chances.
Got a couple. That's a good ball. That was a really good ball.
Look how terrible Mbeumo's playing right wing. Bro, the problem is, you man signed players, and everyone told me that Cooney is the best 10 in the league or the best 9 in the league, and Mbeumo's the best right winger and whatever. And then man are now telling me they don't want these guys playing in all these positions that you signed them in. As much as you say that Mbeumo is terrible at right wing, as much as you say Mbeumo is terrible at right wing, you signed him as a right winger. It's not like you. I'm saying, like, that's the position he was playing right wing for Brentford when you signed him.
Hey Nick, that's a weird comment. That who said that?
Ahmad.
That's a weird comment, Ahmad, because actually he went down the right side and Bruno apologized because he actually gave him he didn't run when he should have done. It's a very weird comment. You can't just comment every time we don't score, man. That doesn't make any sense.
Nick, you see, of all the players on the pitch, you'll struggle to name 8 who had even started playing football since Rashford's first burst onto the scene under Van Gaal. Motherfucker gets away with it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Even the 1-1 now is flattering, bro.
Martinez, Tillham's, maybe not 8, but I get the point. Go! Come on, man. That's
Where did Mbeumo play for Brentford?
on the right wing. I want him on the right wing. Yeah! Oh, what? Are you kidding?
Is that off the crossbar?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
It's just hit him, hasn't it? I think. Yeah, it's just hit him. That's unlucky, man. He hasn't kicked it. He's just hit him. He's thrown himself at it. Yeah, that's unlucky. He couldn't have done any more than that. Yeah, that's unlucky. That's fully cheering then, you know. Been better this second half so far.
I mean, it was not hard. You were shit in the first half. Anything's better than that.
Gotta be. Stop, shoot the flipping ball. No, you gotta spread it now. Better. Okay. All right. Now you're overcooking it. Marcus can't help but take one touch too
Extra
many,
touch,
minimum.
yeah.
Can't
Yeah,
help
100%.
himself. Can't help
100%.
himself. God.
100%.
Again. Tillmans, come on. Oh, you got to put more power in it than that. If
There's no backlift. He didn't have a good. He's taking the shot quick. He's going to struggle to generate the power. He's got to get out of his feet, but that's what everyone keeps trying to do. So to be fair to him, he's tried to just snatch the shot nice and quick, maybe catch the keeper out, but you're just going to struggle to generate power like that. The ball's kind of underneath him almost. Hey, and Mbeumo doing the Henry celebration into the goal, you know, madness.
That's what I was going to say. I was about to say, if he scored that and he was like that, that would have been the biggest flex. If he would have then put his arms out, that would look sick. Oh,
you see, Alanga did the Henry celebration to Tottenham.
Yeah. See, Alanga's a funny one because we let him go for peanuts, mate, and obviously he's gone for a lot of money since, and he's a hit the byline winger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at. Oh, there you go. I told you what someone will hit it. Oof. Yeah, look, I agree, mate. Oof.
Shaw's also quite nasty because Shaw does that a lot, you know.
He does it, yeah. He's a little rat.
Shaw does that a lot, you know.
He can be a little rat. And see the ball boy styling it out. He touched his arm at the end, but he held it for all that time.
Another big clash. Is that a head clash? I think. Oh no, it's not.
No, I think he put his boot up and then he headed it out. I mean, part of the problem is who's even on the bench. I think Dorgu's there, Sesko's probably there, but not match fit. Like,
I predicted that Rashford was always coming back to United, bro, because you man have Carrick as a manager, and Carrick is not going to look at things dispassionately. He's going to look at it from the old, you know what I'm saying, Man United boys club. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
It is really odd to see Marcus playing again because there was really a time when you believed it would never happen. Right, what you got, Diego? Nice touch. Bruno, back post, back post. Ooh. Okay.
The thing I have with
That's rubbish. Go on,
United, they've got
Harry.
to score at some point. They've got
Hit
to
it,
score
Harry.
soon.
Yes! Don't start, Nick. Don't start, Nick.
Alexis,
Don't
Alexis,
start.
no, Lex, no, don't turn off
Don't
the camera.
start.
Don't turn off the camera. Don't turn off the camera. Lex, come back here. Lex, come back here.
Hey,
Lex,
do this. Nick, do this. Come back here.
come here, come
Come
here, come
back
here to
here.
the stage, to the stage. How many years? How many years have I told you that? Hold on, Lex. Lex, how many years? Yeah, 18 knows Nick's brothers. How many years have I told you? Maguire is you lot's best attacker. Maguire is you lot's best attacker.
At least 2, possibly 3 years. At least 2, possibly 3.
The reason I say Maguire is your best attacker, yeah, is because pound for pound, man is saying it could be ruled out for a handball. The reason I'm saying he's your best attacker is because pound for pound, he does the most. He does the most attacks. He gets the most goals per minutes that he actually attacks. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Other man get more goals, but they spend 90 minutes attacking.
Yeah. Let's have a look. If it's, what's he saying then? Where's the problem? Possible handball. You're just showing the ball go in at the minute, mate.
What handball they?
Yeah. What are they showing this handball? They're not showing any handball. They're just showing him strike it over and over.
They're saying because it's an own goal.
Goal. It's an own goal as well. Oh, I've got him in my fantasy. There you go, Nick. I've got him in my fantasy team as well, by the way. So it's not that I don't. It's not that I don't trust you, because I do. And funny thing is, all that, not all the banter side, but all that aside, one of the reasons I've got him in my fantasy team is because with Casemiro going, he's the main target on set pieces.
Yep.
And he's good for this as well. Like, he does this.
He's one of your most disrespected players, bro.
Yeah, he is. My 3-1 prediction might be right.
Yep.
Don't get funny with little back heels now, all of a sudden.
That's Man United all over, mate.
Come on, Kobe. Yeah! Oh, that's the penalty. Yep. Yes. Capitulated.
They're falling apart. They might have scored too early.
I think so, possibly.
Man said Ipswich started like a town.
What's it? The referee gives Shaw a little nudge off, like move back, rude boy. You see?
Yeah.
He said move back, rude boy. Because trying to work out if it's a red. He's obviously gone, it's a red. And he's like, nah, move back, rude boy. I rate the referee for that. He said, nah, move back, rude boy. Kobe has been really good today. He's been United's best player.
Really good in the second half. He's been really good in the second half.
I was calling the first half. I thought he was really good in the first, particularly.
I don't think he was really good in the first.
I was calling it. I remember he said I said he had a good first 15 minutes. I thought it was good the first half.
Why is that not a red card, by the
way? They're saying that this 26 dog would have been there to challenge. Maybe it is a red card. It should be.
That's got to be a red. He's about to shoot. 26 ain't challenging. He's about to shoot.
Why has Luke Shaw got cupping marks on his neck? It's odd.
Spending time in them Thai salons, isn't it?
I just don't know what he's doing, bro.
That should be a red card. That should be a red card.
Oh, for the first time, I feel nervous with Bruno taking a penalty because he's missed his last 2. Is it 2 or 3 he's missed? It's 2, isn't it?
He missed 2 in pre-season, yeah.
Look at this silly keeper. Let's see if it works. When keepers play these mind games, they either work or they look very silly. What are you gonna
He's
do?
got to try it, though, isn't he? He's got to try everything.
Yeah. Yes! Come on! You silly sausage.
Bruno's such a rat. Look at how he's celebrating, bro. It's a scumbag. Wait, look at him. Yours, look, my TV's going into standby mode. You know, it wants to turn off. Blood. I hear you, TV. Oh, this is one of the worst 3-1 wins I've ever seen. Bruno getting GA, you know, nasty work. Man will act like he played. Bro, look at his celebration, AT. He's running around the stadium going, yeah!
AT, just because you win a couple of games, don't come piping up now, mate. Yeah?
He's a rat, bro. What's that? 2 goals for Bruno. You know what? 2 goals for Bruno. United's front three is looking really great now. For some reason. Is that how that works, man? Let me know. I want to be.
The thing is, Nick, yeah, the first
2 goals for Bruno and an own goal from Jacob Greaves, but the front three's peak, blood. Is that I want to be a United fan? Teach me how to do it, man. Is that how it works?
Nick, like in the interest of fairness as well, like you said, United were bad first half. I said we're average. We have been much better second half.
Yeah,
like away from the goals, much better attacking, better movement, better one-touch passing. It's been much improved the second half, much improved.
This is why the first goal for Ipswich was a killer at the time, because you always knew they were pushing for the second goal, because I think they thought if they score a second and go in 2-0 up at half time, they weren't attacking at all. They were just going to go into their shell. But
hey, these lot lost their heads, Nick. Are you seeing this?
Yeah. They can't keep the ball. They're
passing the ball to thin air, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, once that guy slipped and Bruno got that goal, once it got to half time, you always knew they'd be better second half. Always.
Yeah. But this is, and you made the point about, someone needs to step up other than Bruno. And it's that same old thing. If Bruno isn't scoring or putting the strings in some way, Mainu, to be fair, I think he's had a really good game. But other than that, like Tielemans, I hate saying it because that joker, Graham Souness said it. My first impressions of him after 2 games, and things change. Steady Eddie. He's very steady, but he's just he's.
Bro, Rance was gassing you man's fan base saying that Tielemans is like a top Premier League midfielder. Bro, stop, man. He's decent in it, like Jones saying, stop, but just everyone's stopping.
Steady. He might change my mind. He might change it. We'll see. But he's been so far. It's very steady. Like I'm not seeing him do anything that Santos hasn't been doing. Oh, why put that back across the goal, Marcus?
That's putting that back across the goal when the ball's coming from that direction is extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. You just got to get good connection on that and hope it goes in. You wanted to bend that back across the goal on the first touch, bro. He's not Zidane, and even Zidane ain't doing that first time. You just got to get good connection on that.
I think Zidane's
doing it first time, but there's no way you tell him put that back. Put that back.
Zidane's doing it first time, but I hear you.
Zidane is not doing that first time. He's done it in iconic moments, but he's not. We evangelize over these legends like they never made mistakes.
Zidane never made a mistake. What are you talking about?
Nah, man.
What are you talking about?
The only player I know that don't make mistakes is Pirlo, bro. Pirlo don't make mistakes. That would have revived Marcus Rashford career clips. Do you know what Marcus Rashford does? I've deeped it. Yeah, it's like a kick streamer or a Twitch streamer. He must pay kids to clip up his best moments and make them go viral on social media, blood. I'm telling you, bro. Because anytime this guy does something good, it's mad, bro. It's like every other attacker has to score 4 goals to get the same accolades as Marcus scoring 1.
Oh, look at Luke Shaw, but like using this flat trap bully, man. Like since we took the lead, he's been putting people on their backside since we took the lead, hasn't he? Cheeky guy, man. Cheeky.
But like you said, Luke Shaw's like the kid at school that just acts and behaves however the class is behaving. You know, like that. And you've got to say, Lucas, I'm very disappointed in you. You're not normally like this. But because the other kids are misbehaving, he's going to misbehave as well. He's not a leader.
He's not a leader. And he knows how to say the right thing as well when the teacher chats to him.
They told me he was cooking at Barca. Well, he was cooking at Barca, but I don't know what he was cooking because they'd rather have Anthony Gordon than Rashford. So
I tell you what, Nick, be prepared. I don't know if you've got a bucket near you. If he scores and he does that point to his, the straight face thing, I know you. I know you. That's it. The head, isn't it? It's not his face. That's a wrestler. To the head. I know you're gonna be. I know you might vomit, bro. If he does that, I'm gonna go, Marcus, behave, man. Behave. You
Mentality,
can't
bro.
do.
Mentality monster. Oh, bro. Whatever, man.
You can't do that after the bang average first half performance with diabolical defending at times. But you've called it. You've said it, and I think it's plain to see. These are the games that are arguably the most difficult when teams, even the Brightons and those guys, when they push on and the game opens up, then it will open up for the likes of Rashford.
Yeah.
So that's
Rashford
what.
will end the season with more goals against whoever finishes in the top six than against whoever finishes in the bottom six.
Yeah.
That's why styles make fights. That's why when Gyökeres is scoring 2 against Leeds and man are like, oh, he's flat trap bullying against shit teams. Like, bro, goals are goals, isn't it? Do you know what I'm
It's
saying?
funny. People used to say that about Lukaku, and I always used to be like, and like that's fine.
Ronaldo's greatest free kick for Man United was against Portsmouth. Against a shit Portsmouth
Yeah.
side. So what, bro? It don't matter, innit? Don't matter, bro. It don't matter, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
I actually, because I had a season ticket that year, and I had a game, so I actually gave that ticket up, and I was fuming. It's an FA Cup game, so I
Yeah.
gave that ticket up because that's when they still do it now. We were one of the first to do it, but Le Mans don't play silly games. This whole cup scheme thing, we were one of the first ones to do it. Now everyone, you know about this cup scheme nonsense, don't you?
No.
If you have a season ticket at any club now, United were doing it 15 years ago, whatever, particularly first year season ticket holders, they've got your bank details, obviously. And
Yeah.
whoever you draw in the cup, if you draw Grimsby or Stevenage or whatever, Nick, are still taking the money out of your account. They're not even telling you when it's coming. They're just,
Yeah.
yeah, he must be off. He has to be off.
PFA Player of the Year. Lads, PFA Player of the Year. This is what he did last year.
Yay!
This is what he did last year. PFA Player of the Year, bro. It's going to be the same again. You man ain't going to win no trophies, but he's going to be PFA Player of the Year. Fuck it. And also, do you know what? I was wrong. What a great front three. That's what I'm looking at here. It's just a great front three.
Stop it, Nick.
You can't argue. You can't argue with a great front three. It's a shot from Tielemans that's deflected, and Bruno knocks it in. And I think Cunha should get the assist for that. To be honest, it's just
Well, Mbumo tried at the shot. I thought he looked a mile off to me. Obviously, he wasn't.
It's because it's come from a deflection, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, Nick, they just take the money out your account without telling you. So the ticket, you got to have it, man. You got to have it. There's no negotiations or anything. You just got to take it. Boom. Oh, he is on by a mile. No, he's on by a mile. Who's this dog in the middle of the pitch just standing there chilling? Whoever that is, this 24
Man
Don,
said
isn't it?
Cunha has played well. What are you talking about? I didn't say he hasn't. I said your front three is really good. Why are you getting emotional? Look at you emotional. You know what I'm saying Chelsea's front three have scored 6 goals in 2 games, and your front three have scored 0 goals in 2 games. 1 game you lost, fair enough. This is now a game that you've dominated and scored 4 goals, and none of those goals have come from your front three. But your front three is better than Chelsea's, obviously. Do you know what I mean? It's obvious. Anyone can see that. So
I think 2 of the front 3 have had good games today. So I think Mbumo and Cunha have had a good game. Marcus Rashford hasn't had a good game at all for me.
I wouldn't say Mbumo's had a good game.
I think he's had not a great game. I think he's had a 7.5. I'd probably give him. I think he's been decent. He has some good moments going both ways.
Fair enough.
I think he's done a lot of things really
That's what
well.
I said as well. I said Chelsea played Fulham and Brighton, and you want to play 2 relegation candidates. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I said as well. But man, do you know what I mean? Man don't want to listen.
Hey. Hull are in the top 2 at the minute. So you put some respect, Mr. AT. Yeah.
Is that where they're going to finish? Because we're in the top 2. Is that what we're doing?
Well, you can only go on current form in it. So.
Well, on current form, you man are finishing 10th. So let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you know what? If we don't sort this defense out, then we might, mate. My goodness.
This is why we can't get rid of Bruno. No one is going to remember the stinker he has first half.
Anyway, I'll just leave Ahmed alone.
Does that mean Dewsbury Hall is the best attacker in the league because based on 2 games, he has created the most chances if you're basing it on 2 games for Chelsea? I wouldn't say he's the best attacker because he created the most chances.
Does that mean he's the most informed, Shane? You wouldn't say he's the best. That's who you say is the most informed.
Also, Chelsea's front three is brand new. This is a front three that's never played together. Never played together. Never played together. And also, Dewsbury Hall is a good player. But this front three has never played together, and they've scored 7 goals in 2 games.
Dewsbury Hall's a very wait. Dewsbury Hall's very, 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 very good. Very, very, very good. Statistically, and again, because of playing all this FPL, he's one of the better picks you could have last season. Dewsbury was a very good player. Very
We
good
are
player.
watching.
He's not elite. He's not elite.
I am
but he's very
watching.
good.
I am watching a front three that played together last year and played under this manager last year.
Nah, okay. Rashford didn't play. Rashford didn't play.
Okay, fine. Rashford wasn't there last year, but Rashford has played for Man United for 10 years. So I don't give a fuck that he wasn't there last year. He's come back to a club that he knows well. He knows most of these players. He knows the environment. He knows the coaches. He knows the manager. So it's fine. Like, he's been there for years. Do you know what I'm saying? Fine. So that's the whatever front three you put out. They were together last year.
I hope he doesn't know the environment, because I hope it's different from when he left, and that's by the
okay. If we take the front three from Hull, that is the front three that was there last year. They were all there last year.
Mm.
What I'm looking at with Chelsea is somebody that's a brand new manager, brand new to Chelsea, brand new, and then you've got Morgan Rogers, who's brand new to Chelsea, brand new, didn't have much of a preseason. He was at the World Cup, and that new front three has scored 6 goals in 2 games with a brand new manager. That's cold. That's all I'm saying. That's cold. That's it. Nick, do you think Bruno Fernandes deserved PFA? No, but he's probably going to win it this year again. We're only missing Shesko.
I do. If you're asking,
He didn't ask you. He didn't ask you.
I know. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just here. I'm just giving my opinion. It's just here. So I'm just sharing.
We're only missing Shesko from the front line. Fair enough.
Mazraoui coming on. That's right. Do you know? I don't know if this was the purpose of it, Nick. And one of the reasons I was quiet, and it's not anyone particular. There's this weird thing that people do now, where you can't compliment someone or another team, and it be okay. So you can't say Chelsea have a great front three without going, no, it's not better than ours, or it's not this. Do you know what I mean? Or like, you can't say, yeah, they do. People seem to. It's an odd flex that people. Finally, Luke Shaw goes off. Gosh. And Diego Dallo as well. Who's he gone off for?
Ahmad said, I saw Bruno stat padding for the last 6 or 7 years and we won fuck all.
Ahmad, I'm not sure you watch football, mate, to be honest. I bit my tongue on the last one when you said about Bruno's first.
You won a couple trophies. You won domestic trophies.
Yeah, I don't think he watches football, Nick. Like when we won the FA Cup against Manchester City and Bruno got, 2 assists and led the team? I don't think you watch football, mate. And again, it's a weird flex that modern fans do as well, where they'll pick the team's best player, and when the team played bad in the first half, going, oh, no, what are you picking on the team's best player for? It's very odd. It's an odd thing to do.
So it is. Some man's team's been shit in it, so they got to look for some arbitrary. Bro, listen, when we finished second, I had man that finished 8th trying to banter me. Your team finished second, but you finished 8th. That made no sense, but that's what it is.
You pagan. Are you called a pagan, mate?
AT has maintained since before the season that Chelsea are either having a title contend, like chasing for the title against Arsenal, or winning the title. And we'll finish above.
How long's this channel been going as well, though, by the way, Nick? 2-3 years? At least 3 years? Because I've seen this guy, AT, waffling on for 3 years about how great Chelsea were and disappearing when they lose. I remember calling them out on the street.
Club World Cup. Club World Cup.
Yeah, Club World Cup. Yeah, just listen. Yeah, you play the lottery enough, mate. Well, maybe not the lottery, but you play the odds enough, you might.
Bro, these man spend money like they've won the lottery. Man said, "Give me Lamine Kamara, bro." These man have got like 2 of the most expensive. They've got the 2 most expensive central midfielders in the world, and they just want more central midfielders, bro. These men are not serious.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? I mean, you know what, AT? I'll make sure that I'll send it in the post to you. If you win we finished above United trophy, but second to Arsenal title, I'll make sure I'll print the certificate off and everything for you, mate. Yeah, that'd be really good for you.
Champions of the world, you already know. You man got moved to by the champions of League 2, fam. Oh, you're talking about Grimsby.
He's chatting on. He's trying to talk about Grimsby are in Champions League 2. Unless he's talking about Hull, he means Championship.
Lex, you're chatting shit. We get rid of every midfielder who played next to Bruno, and our problems have not been solved.
Again, Ahmad, you don't watch football, mate. Clearly, because clearly, you're talking about the number 10, and it's been the midfield. If you actually watch United, you know that the midfield has been a problem since probably about 2012. Actually, Sir Alex managed to get Anderson and Cleverley to get it across the line for our last title. But it's
Man
been a
said
big
our
problem since
midfield's been a
then.
problem since 2012, 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah, it's been weak.
14 years.
Look how bad we've been for 13 years.
Hey, United fans are different, you know.
Hey, no, Nick, hear me. Nick, hear me. When we're signing Herrera, Schweinsteiger, what was that other guy? Who went to Everton?
Pogba, we got to throw Pogba in there.
Yeah, Pogba was okay. Schneiderlin. Some like these any midfielders. The centre midfielder, we have not had a dominant centre midfielder.
You're saying any midfielders. Schweinsteiger was one of the most accomplished midfielders in football at the time.
Yeah, he came to us to get a paycheck for retirement. Did you know he was going back to Germany in the week?
Yep.
Rashford, chance for Rashford to score here or pass. He's going to do neither. Oh yeah, he's so this guy, man. He's just get him off, man. Just get him off, please.
I mean, Samson made that point, by the way, just before this, a good few minutes ago. 3 minutes ago, he said, even in 4-1, Rashford is ghosting, which is a bad sign for me. And Samson also said Matic and Pogba was a good midfield.
It was okay. It wasn't a great midfield, though, was it? It's not obviously based on what happened. It's not a midfield. In fact, nah, I think it was okay.
I mean, you can't go. Wait. Let's pick this now.
Let me finish.
Go on.
Because we're talking about Matic like it was Chelsea Matic in his prime. Matic again is another one who we brought when he was 31 years old or something like that, and he was fine. He was okay.
Yeah, he had Mata as well in the midfield at one point.
Mata was not good at Manchester United, and he was a 10
Mata was not good at Manchester United.
He was okay, but he wasn't good. He wasn't
He wasn't as good as he was at Chelsea, but Mata was good for Man United.
Nowhere near.
But okay, you just said that the midfield obviously wasn't good based on where it finished, correct?
Yes.
So is that the metric that we're going by?
I think it's one of them. I don't think it's the only one.
Because if your front three is really good, or you've got the best front three in the league, okay, you haven't got the best defense in the league, you might have the best midfield in the league. Where should you finish if you've got the best attack in the league?
It all gets added together, doesn't it?
And,
and the manager, where do I think we should? Is it where I think we should finish? We should finish in the top 5 minimum. That's where we should be this year's top 5. I've said that from before the season starts. You'd like to think
who was your midfield in 2012 that you're saying is the last good midfield?
I can look it up. I'm pretty Anderson and Cleverley, and who else?
Bruno, Pogba and Matic are better than Anderson and Cleverley, bro.
No, but here's that
they are, bro. They are.
As individual players, but the way they played as midfield and what Fergie got out of them, and that's another thing when you add the manager into it. Like he won the league with them. He got them going. I'll double check it, but Anderson, Cleverley. I feel like was Scholes still about then or not? I feel like Scholes might have still. Carrick was still about. It wasn't Scholes. Carrick was still about. That was the free because Ferguson was talking that year about he was gaining. He felt young because there's so many young players in the team at that point. Santos, Patrick Dorgu, Sesko coming on.
Ahmed said you can't tell him you don't watch football. You can't tell him that.
I can tell him when you say nonsense, mate.
Pogba, Matic, and Mata was a good midfield, and then there's only like 2 other teams that had better midfields. So I'm saying, bro, you man might have had a shit attacker sign because you man were also signing. You were signing bare retirement players. You were signing Cavani. Cavani was about to go sign for a South American team, and you man pulled him out of retirement to fucking sign him for United. Ibrahimovic, all this because you man started acting after Fergie. You started acting like
wait a second. But this is my problem, and you're going to say it's United fans, but I think it's general fans. The narrative changes. Yeah, the reason I say that Matic and Pogba was okay, it was good at times, perhaps. But all the narrative I hear about Pogba, he was inconsistent. He didn't do it United. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. So people can't have it both ways. Unless you think Samson, he was really good for United, then you can't have it both ways. I think he
Bro,
was
man
okay.
said the same thing about Cleverly, bro. You're acting like man, but like, yo, Cleverly's a bad man, bro. He puts in 9s every week, bro. It wasn't that, bro. It wasn't that when Cleverly was playing. It was like, you know what, you're cool. Like you do a bit, you keep it ticking.
Cleverly was consistent, but that's the whole thing about Pogba was that he was inconsistent and he went missing.
Just to put it into perspective, how shit Ipswich are, they got outrun by a midfield that had 3 ball player midfielders, and Man United are shaking your batty. The standards are in the bin.
You're a weird guy, man.
He said basically you man have got 3 ball playing midfielders, no real legs in that midfield, and you still outran their midfield. Is that not just that United's got a great midfield based on form, based on 2 games? United's got a great midfield.
Yeah, I think so. And oh, the roof's leaking. The roof's leaking again.
That's a sign, isn't it? That's a sign. Wouldn't happen in Cleverly's day. When Cleverly was in midfield, the roof didn't leak. But that's how good
it didn't, mate. It didn't leak. It didn't leak. You can mock him, but you got a Premier League medal, mate. You can mock him. It's the last good.
I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking him.
Okay.
I'm just mocking
look at AT. Wins 2 games and gets confidence, but he's come on, Brian. Come on, Brian.
No, surely not.
Yes, more fantasy points.
What? He's doing. He's pointing to his head. Mentality. Look at him.
Hey, talk about our front 3 now, Nick. Talk about our front 3.
Hey, now. It's the best front 3 in the league, bro. It's the best front 3 in the league.
Yeah, we're only 1 goal behind Chelsea. Second.
It's the best front 3 in the league, blood.
We're 1 goal behind Chelsea. We're 1 goal behind Chelsea.
I mean, only 1 goal was scored by your front 3, but there you go.
Yeah.
How's Cunha got 3 assists? How's he got 3 assists? Huh?
He's had a great game, man. A great second half, at least. Anyway, he was good.
5 goals in 2 games, man. Nick, this stuff is bro. That's it, bro. This is it, bro. 5 goals in 2 games, bro. You man are averaging 2.5 goals a game, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's it. Arsenal are only averaging 3 goals a game, so you know what I'm saying. You man are only half a goal behind us, so that's what it is.
Yeah, but you know what? All banter aside, there's got to be credit where it's due, man. They've been a lot better this second half. They've done well the second half.
The credit that I'll give them is that clearly you man have scored 4 goals in 1 half of football. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and put pressure on people, I'll tell you what looks good. What looks good is if you can create these chances, if you can put pressure on defenses, which is what we kind of expect United to do anyway, then they can cave under that pressure. That looks good. But you lot also still look just like a Talma. You man look susceptible to pressure yourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when Ipswich put pressure on you, the dam broke, the roof broke, it was leaking.
No, I agree.
But then obviously once you got to half time, it was cool. Like I say, if you man had got to half time and you were losing 1-0, I don't know. But obviously you got the goal to make it 1-1, so that the team talk could change a little bit.
It's the fullback stuff again. Oh, what is that, Benjamin?
It's a poor ball. It is a poor ball, but
he just came on. He ain't got much football in his legs either. We'll let you.
He should have played. It actually comes from a bad touch. Yeah. It's taking too many touches. It's a bad touch, and then the defender gets back. If he could just play that first time,
he should, rather than do that, he should just bloody ran with it himself.
Yeah, he ain't doing that. This ain't Germany, lad.
No, I think he could be good, Benjamin. He needs to get a good run of games. Still young. I still find it weird that you got Gyökeres and we got Sesko, and it felt the wrong way around last year. But
yeah, for sure,
it really felt the wrong way. But particularly who our gaffer was at the start as well, it really felt like it was the wrong way around. Like, hang on a second, he's made for United, and Sesko, particularly as you then went to like set pieces and corners, Sesko like really felt wonky. But whatever, man, it is what it is, I guess.
Apparently, there's a rift between Arteta and Berta, and it started there because obviously Arteta's happy to get rid of Gyökeres, but Gyökeres is at Berta signing, but Arteta wanted Sesko.
Berta's your director of football, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously, he's thinking of things in terms of assets and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Highest scoring player in Europe. buy him for 60, 70 mil, probably sell him for 150 in 2 years. That's what he's thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. AT said Lex backed Amarin, by the way.
I did back Amarin.
You were right to back him. Amarin came and got a win at Old Trafford this year. So
it wasn't Old Trafford, but I hear you. he still beat us. And if AT, I'm not going around this roundabout because we did this at the time. You're just a Chelsea fan who throws their manager out after 3 games. You'll probably want Alonso gone by November, mate. So just relax a little bit, yeah.
Slightly. If the goals dry up for that front three, you man have fucked, bro. Because you man have conceded 2 to Fulham and 3 to Brighton. So as much as you've scored 7, you man have conceded 5 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? You man have conceded 5 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, so, see what I mean? It's not even win 2 games; it's score goals and get confidence, man. You know what I mean? Pretending that their defense isn't trash. Come on, man.
United's moving like Hergovic. They're just gonna say, "Keep punching me on my chin. I'm gonna stand up." And Chelsea's moving like a Talma, bro. Do you know what I mean? I got no defense, but I'm just gonna keep throwing haymakers and hopefully you get out of there, bro. But you man might run out of steam still, unless you had access to the payout Amarim got, Lex. You shouldn't be gassing him.
I didn't gas him. I just said he was right.
These men think backing someone and gassing them are the same thing.
I didn't. Did I say he's the best manager in the Premier League or the manager in the world? And no, I backed him at the time and said we shouldn't get rid of him, and I stand by it because if you again, I felt bad. Ahmed, I apologise, by the way. You clearly do watch football, but I'm not sure you get it. If you listen to what goes on, even Carrick has said the work that Amarin did in the dressing room and getting certain characters out. Before you came today, AT, I said part of the problem, or part of the issue I have with Rashford coming back, is that's part of the problem with what we removed. Remember the bomb squad? Like he brought in specific players like Mbumo and Cunha who had a certain mindset, and now we're letting these guys back in. And Shaw's got the same, in my opinion, poor mindset. Not poor. Shaw's more of a weak mindset than a poor mindset.
We can't hear you yet. Hold on. We got a special guest joining. Listen, I'm gonna need you to calm down. No, I can see you moving on the camera. I'm gonna need you to calm down and be less animated before you join. I need you to calm down.
If it shouts and he's shouting, I'm going.
That's all I need.
I need you to calm down.
I just need to add me to the stream. That's what I needed. The truth is, yeah, I heard so much verbal. Not you, Lex. Lex, you were talking sense. You were just Nick guy just was talking shit. This dude was talking shit, bro. Man's questioning our attack. As I said, bro, our attack wasn't firing. As you can see, we were creating chances. And Braymo missed the open goal, bro. Rashford missed the sitter.
Who's your attack?
Our entire attack is our front three and our holding midfielder. Our attack number 10 and our number 10.
I'm talking about the front three. I never spoke about the number 10. Your number 10's PFA Player of the Year. He's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world. He's the best.
No, the Premier League.
He's the best. He's the best. I'm talking about the front three. I'm talking about the front three. Your front three still only got 1 goal.
Let's talk about the front three. We got 3 assists from one player and 1 goal from another. What are we talking about?
Who got 3 assists?
Cunha. Cunha created the penalty and he got 2 assists. What are we talking about, bro?
He's got 1 assist.
Oh yeah, because I'm watching it on fantasy. Fantasy considers if you get a penalty.
Man said I'm watching it on fantasy. What are you talking about?
Cool. But even if you want to say that, if you've watched our front,
it's not that I want to say that. It's a fact. He got 1 assist. It's not what I want to say.
Let's say that. If you've watched our front three in this game, we've played 45 minutes of full function in 45 minutes, and you've seen how much chances we've created. This is what we didn't see last week. So when I was saying to you we had a bad week and our attack will never play like that, when we switch on, there is no attack in the league that's better than our attack. And I said that last week. Last week your attack looked poor, and you said we'd never see them play like that again. Yeah. Yeah. And we did. They played like that again. They played like that in the first half. They played like that in the first half. No, we didn't.
They played like that in the first half.
No, we
didn't look great in the first half.
No, we didn't.
You
No,
attacked
we
the break in
didn't.
the first half. Lex, come back to the
Whether we
stage.
looked great or played like that, last week we were overhitting the passes, we were underhitting the ball, we were just giving the ball away. We weren't great in the first half, but we didn't play like how we played against Hull. Last week against Hull, we didn't have nothing. We actually scored in the first half. What is the defense doing? 2-4. What are you doing, bro? What is that? What is this guy doing, bro? Martinez gives away the ball, bro. And he was actually playing well as well. Gave away the ball, bro. What is this? Man just gave away the ball, bro. What are you doing, fam?
Is that a goal?
Yes, it's a goal. What do you mean is that a goal?
I'm behind you, bro. Relax.
Sorry, Lex.
Yo.
Man are telling me, Cunha got 3 assists. I said, no, he didn't. Oh, my bad, he got 2 assists. No, we didn't. Oh, my bad, I'm watching on fantasy. Less of the fantasy, live in the real world, less of the inception. In the real world, Cunha got 1 assist.
My point still stands. In my opinion, when we are run song, there's no team in the league that has a better attack than us. None. I'm not hearing Chelsea neither.
You think if Arsenal, Chelsea, and United all play their absolute best, creme de la creme, best football,
our attack is getting more output than any other team.
Oh, I don't know about that. But fair enough. Cool. Well, congratulations when you win the Prem. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
No, we don't have a good enough defense. This is why you don't listen. That's why you don't listen. The debate was about attack. You don't have to talk to me about defense. I was saying this from the beginning. Before the season started, I literally said the reason why we won't challenge for the league. I literally said we won't even challenge for the league is because we don't have a good defense. When everybody said, not you, Nick, but when Man United fans were saying we will challenge for the league, Nick, you can say I've always said we won't do that. I've always said we won't do that, bro.
Here's my thing. Obviously, Rashford was not at Man United last year. He was on loan. But Rashford's been at Man United for years. The front three, other than Rashford, the front three last week is the front three that's played together before.
And we had a bad week of football, bro.
I hear you. Let me land my point. Chelsea and this week is a front three that's played together before as well. Once Dorgu comes on the pitch, safe. And you're playing for a manager that's played together. We see a manager come in. He's brought in Morgan Rogers. And that front three is banging 6 goals, 7 goals in 2 games against higher level opposition. New manager bounce, bro. That's all it is. Okay. I've got to see them playing week in, week out for a season. I've seen they got 1 game a week. And that team that's got that output has got 1 game a week. Facts. I'm saying across the season, I think they can sustain that attack. Might not be 3 and 4 every week. Might be 1s and 2s some week. But I think they can sustain that attack more than United can sustain their attack. Based on the amount of games that they're going to need to play and based on individual ability. There's a world where you lot need to all be playing, or multiple players of yours need to be playing well in order for you guys to get output. Whereas with Chelsea...
That's a lie. That's a lie, because that wasn't the case last season.
We're not talking about last season. We're talking about this season.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm talking to the wall.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. You're not listening. Listen to what I'm saying. If I know that we can do that this season because we've done it last season, I know your defense will be the best defense in the league because every season you're the best defense in the league. If for me, you think Chelsea can do it for the course of a season, I know we can because we've done it last season. We did. Bro, you did
it 1 game a week last season, my G.
I know.
So with more, you got more games,
and we got more players.
What more players have you got in attack apart from Rashford? Apart from Rashford, is that it?
That's another player. What are you talking about?
And Rashford over the course of his United tenure has been shit.
No, he hasn't, because he scored 30 goals in 1 season. What are you talking about?
When was that? When was that?
Huh? When? That was like 3 seasons ago. The season under Ten Hag, he scored 30 goals in a season. You said the course of his entire career. That's a lie, because he scored 30 seasons in 30 goals in 1 season. If he scores 30 goals in this season and you want to call it shit, that's cool. I'll take it though. If it's shit,
over the course of his, what would you rate on a 1 to 10 Rashford's entire Man United career?
Maybe 4.
So over his tenure, he's not been good. over
Yeah, but you
his
said
tenure,
over the entire over his
over the
time.
entire tenure, he's not been good. Learn to speak English. Over his entire tenure combined, he's not been good. That
Well,
means you could have had one
add
good
the
season.
term, add the term combined, because I can tell you multiple times where he has been good, and he's
You just said
he's
yourself
already
that you
adding.
rate his entire career a 4 out of 10.
If he's adding to what is already what
You,
was already
you,
a functioning
you,
attack. This is the thing where
you,
you. This is the thing where
you
you're
are
actually
adding a
arguing against
player.
someone who is right.
You're
arguing against
adding a player. You're adding a player to last year's attack that
Yes.
you personally rate his career so far at the same club a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that's because he's had really shit seasons, but he's also had
Okay.
really good seasons.
Okay.
He might
so
give me the truth
so
is
sometimes
he ain't
maybe
gonna
good,
make us
sometimes maybe
worse.
shit. So
He ain't
that's
gonna
not.
make us worse.
Well, he
ain't
might
gonna
make you
us
worse. He might
No,
make
he
you
won't.
worse.
He won't make us worse. He won't make
If
us
Bruno,
worse.
if Bruno's pulling the strings and he's playing
Bruno
it to
isn't pulling
Rashford,
the strings. What are you talking about,
okay.
bro? Bruno isn't
All right.
pulling the strings. You've watched
Okay.
this game. Has Bruno pulled the strings? No, he hasn't. The strings have been pulled by Maguire and flipping Kobe Mainoo, bro. Bruno's just been in the final third getting goals and assists.
What I'm saying is, you said Rashford is sometimes good and sometimes shit. So if people are creating opportunities for him and he's having a day where it's sometimes shit, that's not sustainable. There's days where you could create for him and he won't score, correct?
Yeah, but the difference is we don't actually have to rely on Rashford. If Rashford is having a bad game, we could take him off.
I understand.
Exactly.
I understand that.
So,
but you said you're taking an attack and you're adding Rashford. I'm trying to determine, is adding Rashford making your attack a lot stronger? You said it is. I said, what do you rate Rashford's entire time at United so far? And you said a 4. So you are adding a 4 out of 10 player to your attack. That's cool.
If we're playing, let's do it this way then. I'll do it this way because we're playing in the Champions League, right? I will rate his United career 4 out of 10, but I'll rate his performances in the Champions League maybe a 9 or 8 out of 10. When he's played for United in the Champions League, he's been amazing. So he's gonna add at least an additional competition we're in. He's gonna be amazing in it. Even in Barcelona, he was good in it. So
didn't you want to sell Rashford?
I did, but I wanted to sell Rashford. Hope we can get someone better. There wasn't anyone better, so I'll keep Rashford. We're not like Arsenal who sells Martinelli and don't replace him.
Martinelli gone?
Yeah.
Not yet, but we're getting Julian Alvarez, so it's fine.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right, sorry, Shane. I'm going to change your name to Shane Burter.
You were the one who told me you ain't getting him. You were the one who told me you ain't getting him.
Now I'm telling you we are. Now I'm telling you we are. Now I'm telling you we are. So now what? Now we're in a stalemate. All right, cool.
I'm saying you conceded 2 goals today.
What I'm saying to you is Chelsea. You might finish above Chelsea, but maybe, who knows? But I'm just saying, it's the front three. If I'm signing a left winger, there's no way that I'm signing any of your left wingers over Morgan Rogers, just in terms of actual like individual talent.
Okay, you might want to sign based on talent.
Game's over.
Would Pedro get into your team as a 9?
Yep.
Okay. Would Cole Palmer get into your team on the right wing?
Probably, yeah.
And I think all them players are individually more talented. And I think, okay, you can talk about systems, whatever. Individually more talented. And
Sorry, was he playing on the right? Was he playing on the right wing today, Cole?
Yeah.
Cole always plays wide.
No, he dropped in midfield today, in fact. He
drops in midfield at times, but he starts as a right winger. Their front three is them three, where he might he plays different positions, but you know what I mean? He's a right winger. That's their front three. And they play 2 in the midfield.
One player in the Premier League, it would be Cole Palmer.
Okay.
Right. Even with the best attack, you want someone from Chelsea's attack. You got the best attack in the league, but you want someone from Chelsea's attack. I believe because of the way that you man play football, Chelsea's team only need one of their guys to have a good day. If one of their guys has a good day,
so do we.
Not of your front three.
We can all say Rashford and Mbeumo didn't actually have a good game today. But when Mbeumo scored, we don't need.
They don't actually had a good game, Shane.
I'll actually make the argument that what you're saying is even more incorrect, because I think their players are significantly more talented and significantly better as football players, but they don't actually have to be good to score a goal. Because I've seen Rashford put in a stinker and still score. I've seen Mbeumo put in a stinker and still score. In terms of output, I feel like we will get more output from our attack than they will get from theirs. Now, I will say that that's partially because they actually under different systems they controlled football matches more. So you're not seeing as much rock'em sock'em football, but you are seeing a bit of rock'em sock'em football from Chelsea as well. I just think as an overall attack, we're better than this. And I think when you look at the fact that we still have Ahmad to add to this attack as well, we still have Sesko to come back fit. Well, our attack is better than theirs, bro. They got 3 players and that's it. We got like 6 players you can play in that attack. We can
I'm taking
switch
their 3 of your
every
6. You might also have a lot more games to play. You have a lot more games to play, and a lot more travel.
Fine. Yes,
that's why I said they don't need the depth of squad.
As I said, Chelsea might finish above us. I told you that. I said Chelsea probably finish second, and you said Chelsea, and I was like, yeah, because they're playing 1 game a week and they've got a great attack. I said the worst thing is he's just regurgitating everything I said. If you watch the first football podcast week when I predicted the league, I said Chelsea will be in this position because of their attack. Nick wasn't even agreeing with me. Now he's seeing it transpire. That's why he's saying what he's saying.
Yeah.
And our problem is our defense. If you took flipping Luke Shaw and Dallow out of this team and brought in 2 solid fullbacks, I'll be saying we could challenge for the league this season. Unfortunately, we're going to... Huh?
You have a left back.
They don't want to obviously play him left back. They want to play him up.
That's no longer a Luke Shaw problem then. That's the manager problem.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course it is. 100%.
I think it's a club problem because apparently the clubs say that they see him as a left back as well.
We've seen.
No, but bro, that don't make no sense. I know the club see him as that, but that's what it is. It's not about what you see him as. You're choosing to play Luke Shaw when you have another option. You have do you work for Dorgu? Or does Dorgu work for you? Dorgu works for you as an employee. Tell him to go left back.
This is the problem we got at the club, though. This is the problem we got at the club. That the way that it's been managed is a joke.
No, but I actually think though.
Harry Maguire sees himself as a striker. What does he do? Does he just say, "Well, I'm a striker. I'm not playing centre back"?
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I know why they're playing Dorgu left wing, even though after watching Luke Shaw today, they played him left back. But I know why they're playing Dorgu left wing, because Dorgu's best position is actually left wing. Dorgu's best position is left wing. So for me, playing him left back to fill in a gap, I understand why they do it. But I understand why people ask for it. But I would rather have the best players playing in their best positions. That's literally it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have our best players playing in the best position.
I'm saying though, it's the difference between if you've got Rashford, you have to play Luke Shaw left back. If you're saying that Luke Shaw is your biggest problem, eradicate the problem. If there's other games in the Champions League where you're playing lower level teams, you think we're going to slap these man, and you want to drop Rashford or play Rashford in the 9 and then have Dorgu at left wing because you got Shaw there, then that's fine. But if you're playing in games you think where there's a team that's a serious threat, why play the weakest of the options? It don't make sense. Dorgu, if any football player, is going to rather play out of position than not play. If your options are play left back or hold the bench, how's that helping you? How's that helping you?
I agree, but I do think, especially watching, even when Dorgu came off the bench today, he could have scored. He should have got an assist. I don't know what happened there. For me, I understand why they play him in that position. I understand why they play him. I do agree that the issue is that we haven't bought a left back. So if we buy a left back, we're in a completely different situation. Even though they're talking about Bodie or Baude or whatever his name is.
No, Baude's off the table, Shane. That's gone.
That's off the table, yeah?
Yeah, they said about a loan, and then Barca said no to a loan.
Well, at least they're in the market for a left back, because if we end this window without a left back, we're going to be challenging for top 4. If we get a left back, we'll be secure top 4, and maybe now we won't challenge for the league, but we will definitely be secure top 4, and we'll be secure top 4 because we'll put in performances like this against teams. As I said last week, we'll never play like that again. Never. I've never seen that attack be so dysfunctional. And the first half we were a little bit dysfunctional, but we did create some chances where I was like, all right, cool, it's slightly coming back. Then the second half came out, and then Buemo missed the open goal, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's just not on it. We were playing well, but we were just missing basic chances. And
Shane. So I think that's a bit harsh, though. You know, what else could he have done? Because he just threw his body at it.
Nah, I think he could have done better than that. For one, I actually think he's actually tried. I think he's tried to go in with use his left foot at first, and then realize he actually just has to throw his body at it because his angle's open where he's square. Whereas if he's actually more side on, he could just hit that, wait for the ball to go across his body.
I'm not sure. I'll have to watch it back because it looked like he was running onto it, so he just threw his right knee in the end. That's what hit the bar.
I think the ball's moving very quick at him. The ball's coming very, very fast. He ain't got time to assess all of that. He's trying to get any contact on it. I think.
So I did cut you out though, Shane. So I'm sorry. I just.
No, it's cool.
Would you take Sergio Reguilon?
No, you just had that guy.
That's what Ahmad suggested.
Nah, bro, we need a proper left back, bruv. Like a proper left back. Like I don't even want a left back. We need a left back as much as any person. As much as Chelsea needed a goalkeeper, we need a left back. Like as I think Lex was saying it earlier in the stream, whereas we've had a left back problem for like 3-4 years, bruv.
Yeah,
the 7-1 that you referenced was like 4 years ago. Like we've had a left back problem for time. Like
Shane,
I know.
Do you remember the goals? Do you remember the goals? Who am I
Yeah,
bugging?
of course,
Like,
bro. I remember
of
one of them.
like,
He just kicked the ball to. He kicked the ball to. I think it was Mane or Diaz or something like that. He just kicked the ball.
Yeah. And he was like on 2 yards out, Nick, on the byline, trying to stop a corner, stops it, and just kicked it like to like the.
I remember.
7 yards.
I was in the Shisha lounge watching that. My brethren. I was in the Shisha lounge watching that.
I agree with you, Nick. I agree because after watching this game, I'm like, bro, just play Dorgu left back. Just play Dorgu left back, bro.
I'm not even saying play Dorgu left back consistently. Like you need some strong management. Like I'm not trying to glaze Arteta, but Arteta's told Miles Lewis-Skelly, you want to play centre mid, cool. But right now, a man needs you to do a job at left back. Calafiori's injured. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get your opportunities. You play well. Lewis-Skelly played really well at left back. He plays so well at left back. When the players come back from injury, he's earned his opportunity to play well in centre mid, and that's how you do it.
Fact.
Do you know what I mean, if Dorgu plays left back, he's going to find himself in some situations where he's high up the pitch, he whips in crosses, gets assists, whatever. What's the manager's going to have no argument not to play you left wing no more, my brother? Or even if you push for a move in the summer, you go to another club as a left winger. Do you know what I'm saying? But just sitting on the bench don't help nobody, bro. Sitting on the bench don't help you.
I'm with you. I agree with you guys. You know what? The more I think about what you're both saying, the more I agree. Carrick has to go in there and say, Patrick, I know what you want, but this is where we are, and you're going to have to, at least till January, or maybe the whole season, you're going to have to play left back. There'll be games against Arsenal, we'll put you left wing, and we'll play Mazraoui left back, because we know we'll be on the back foot. But for 60% of the games, you are the left back. I need you to get to deal with it. You're 22 years old or 21. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with whatever we're dealing with next summer. But this is what I need from you right now.
Bruno Fernandes is a great example of this. Bruno Fernandes is a centre midfielder, but the part of his game that he enjoys doing the most is the attacking and creative side of the game. He hasn't always played 10. He's played in double pivots. He's played in midfield threes. He's had people in front of him, but he's put up such incredible numbers with goals and assists that a manager ain't got an argument to not play me 10.
I think Lewis Skelly's better. I think Lewis Skelly's a much better. Your first example is better because let's be honest, Lewis Skelly would have never played in a Champions League final in centre midfield, but because he played so well at left back in the Champions League final, even though you had Zubimendi on the Zubimendi fit, he put Lewis Skelly in midfield because he saw what he could do at left back. And I'm like, bro, we might be in a situation where you're undroppable. So you know what? If you play so well at left back, maybe when we do buy a left back, Rashford, you have to hold the bench, bro, because Dorgu's played so well at left back, we can't drop him. So you're gonna have to go on the bench right now. You being on the bench, and I'm not sure this is what Dorgu's saying neither, but I'm pretty much saying, Dorgu, if you're not playing left wing, or if you're not playing left wing, you might as well play left back. Being on the bench is just not necessary.
Players want to play, bro. Players want to play, just like boxers want to box, bro. I've got an ideal opponent I want to box, but then there's another opponent I don't really want to box. But if my options are box the guy I don't really want to box, or not box, then I'll box a guy I don't really want to box. It's just it's life, isn't it? It's life.
I do feel sorry for Dorgu because Dorgu was the first Man United signing under the new regime, and it was under a system where it actually fit Dorgu, where we were playing.
Yeah, as a left wing back. He's a left wing back.
He was playing wing back, and not only was he playing wing back, he was playing wing back with players in front of him who were inverting. So I don't know if you remember, Cunha was playing left wing and he was inverting into the middle. So he had literally the whole flank to play along. Whereas now he's having to share that side, whether he's on left back or left wing. And even when he played against Arsenal, where he scored that banger, he was playing left wing. He wasn't actually playing left back that game. But for me,
And
Lucas Orange is
did he play left wing against City as well?
yeah.
And they're the two games that made your fans say, "Oh my God, we're winning the league next year. We've clocked it. Our attack is cold. Look at us. We're amazing." Based on last season's form, it's crazy. Now you ain't got the same attack because you've taken my man and put him left back and brought the guy that flopped here back to go back in left wing. What are we doing?
Shane and I both said we didn't want Rashford to return. And
I didn't.
Shane, I'm not sure how much of the stream you were watching. Or
Pretty
the
much
game.
most of it.
Did you see where when Rashford just like volleyed the ball from like 20 yards straight to an Ipswich player, and then Bumo stopped Ezeko from scoring a goal? And we've been saying this in some Man United chats and stuff like that. Because of how he left and how he acted, if Ipswich scored then, or when he makes a mistake and someone scores, the whole fan base and the ground and wherever we're playing, everyone's going to turn on him because of how he's acted. And this is what we've brought back into the club. And already, because I've got vexed, and I think I'm quite calm about these things. I got vexed. I was like, "Oh, Marcus," because he's got no credit in the bank. He's got no credit in the bank. He's got no credit.
I did say to you, Nick, though, and I said that on this week's podcast. I said when we goal a goal up against any team in the league, it's going to be a problem. We really need to start games better, because if a team has to play expansive and attacking against us and they go down, the players like Mbeumo, Cunha, Dorgu, Rashford running in behind, you really don't want that. And that's where you see Tielemans. I thought Tielemans
right
had
now,
a bad game.
Dorgu won't be running in behind because he can't get minutes in left wing.
No, he came off the bench today.
Yeah, I know.
The thing about Dorgu, and it's easy to forget, he got the goal against Arsenal, then he was injured, and then I think he got maybe a game, maybe like a substitute appearance at the end of the season.
No, he scored. He scored the last game of the season to make Bruno win. To make Bruno win the
to break the record.
Assist, to break the record.
Yeah, that's true. So he played in the last game. What I'm saying is that he had a big hamstring injury. It's 3 months, and he's young. And when he came on, because I know you guys were debating, his decision making, like I didn't want to say anything. The last 5 minutes or the last 10 minutes for United in that game were really ropey. Like Carrick did mass changes, and it sort of went to pot after the Martinez goal. And Dorgu was all over the place.
I think he really wanted a goal, because I don't know if you saw, he took the ball on the outside, and instead of whipping the ball across, he shot. And then the other one where Mbeumo cuts in and crosses back post, he goes for the header instead of just headering the ball back across goal, where Sesko's in the mid.
But maybe that shows an issue, though, right? Because, and again, I hate to be that guy, because I know some people around the club or whatever. Apparently, Dorgu's crazy. Apparently, he's like a bit of a he's a bit out there.
Bit of a madman. Yeah.
Bit of a madman. That's what I've heard that from a few people I trust around the club. And I can actually see it. And when I got told, I can see it. And for someone so young, maybe how Carrick is.
When you say you can see it, what are you talking about from a football perspective? From how he plays?
No, just his body language and almost how he plays. But 1 second. But the thing is, I'm not saying Carrick can't do the job, but actually, and he's not going to Madrid, obviously, but he almost needs like a Jose manager. Do you know what I mean? Jose, someone who's going to reel him in and be like almost about the playing left back thing. Like, I don't care, you're playing left back. Don't make that decision. That was the wrong decision. Like, he looks like that sort of. I can see them. He looks like someone who needs coaching. Do you know what I mean?
For me, I mean, at the end of the day, he's probably gone to the gaffer and said, "Listen, why am I playing fullback and not getting minutes on the wing?" And if the gaffer's told him, "Well, you're not getting minutes on the wing because you know what, Marcus gets more goals," it's as simple as that. When he comes off the bench, he's going to be looking to get goals.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. What am I going to do?
You're right about the goals against Arsenal City, because he did used to play a bit of left back, and he actually played more right wing when he was at, was it Lecce he was at? He was at Lecce, weren't he? But the United fans gassed him, called him Ballon d'Orgu, weren't they? And what's the Gareth Bale one? What they call? There's a Gareth Bale. So these guys, they're on social media, they hear these things and it gets in your head. And you can see that about him. Like, he's got it in his mind that he's got a couple of goals, and you can't underestimate. I know we didn't win anything, but for someone being 21 and scoring the winner against the eventual champions, and a goal that he did score like that, it's clearly going to go to his head, and he's going to start thinking he's something what he probably isn't quite yet. Do you know what I mean?
I agree, but I do think though, if you think like, I do think his best position is left wing because he just adds something different to our team.
I do. But do you know what I say though? And I know you're not disagreeing with this. Like someone who coaches, like I need to know. I'd rather have, in a football sense, 11 guys on the pitch who I know are going to do the job, rather than 8 guys or 6 guys who are good, like exceptional, 3 guys who are very good, and then 2 guys I just don't know what I'm getting. And I'd rather have Dorgo at left back, and I know what I'm getting. I know you're working hard.
I agree, and I think when you look at the way United played today specifically, I thought Martinez and Maguire was good at distributing the ball out from the back, but then in isolated moments, Martinez lost his head a bit, especially with the last goal. I think the fullbacks we can basically write off. I actually thought Tielemans was sloppy today. I'll be honest with you. I thought Tielemans was sloppy. He got into his
the game was passing him by a little bit.
In the second half near the end when we were winning and the game was stretched, he was doing some good passes in behind, and that's probably more of his game. But in the first half, I thought it was a bit sloppy.
I feel like just a steady Eddie. I'm not sure you heard us say that, Shane. He just seems very. I've seen him play for Villa. Do you know what I mean? And I think he's gonna. Do you know who he reminds me of actually, which is a bit mad. Slightly different player, but he reminds me of Ericsson. It feels like a very Ericsson kind of signing, where sometimes he's just.
Well, no, Ericsson when he joined United, maybe.
Yeah.
Not Ericsson at Spurs, because
Ericsson after he had his heart attack and he couldn't run no more, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? All this guy can do is pass. All he can do is he's creative, but he can't run. If he runs, he's gonna die, bro.
I do think though, Lex, at times he was misplacing some passes today as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
But the problem you have with a player like Tielemans is he's not a great all-around player. Obviously, we always have this argument: modern football technicians versus athletes, blah blah blah. He's not great all around, but he's got things that he's good at. So because the passing is the thing that he's good at, if his passing is off, you're going to really notice. Whereas if Bruno's passing's off, you might not notice because he does some other shit. He might shoot. If Rice's passing is off, you might not notice because he's going to fly into tackle. He's going to win the ball back. He's going to do some other stuff. Whereas if you've got a special, if you've got Ozil and Ozil's assists don't come, he just looks like he did nothing because all he does is pass.
You know, that's so true because on the flip side, Cobby was great today because his passing and movements and the touch, the close control stuff, which he's known for, he did really, really, really well. But when he doesn't do it, that's when you're like, "Where's Cobby?" But because he did it so well today.
You know what? I thought he done even better than that. I thought Cobby done even better than that, which we were missing last week. Was he was looking for people to pass him. He was showing for the ball every single time. That what was missing last week, and even at points in the first half. But Nick, the reason why a lot of people feel like we can win the league, and I don't think we can. I definitely don't think we can. But the reason why people think that is because in isolated moments, United actually look electric. But I know that that's not sustainable because in isolated moments, we can look like shit, fam. Like, as I said to you last week, we beat every team in the top 6 last season and we dropped points against 3 of the bottom 6 last season. So that should tell you everything you need to know.
But what good managers are going to do is start to look at all the isolated moments where you look poor, all the isolated moments where you look great, and try to recreate the situations that led to poor moments, and obviously try to limit the situations that have led to great moments, and try to force you lot or curtail you lot into a situation where you look poor consistently. I think when you come up against good managers, you could be unstuck.
I agree, but you do have. I do feel like there's also going back to Lex's point. There's also a recruitment problem because we're in a situation where I trust our recruiters because we bought Dorgu, who I think he's been a good signing. Cunha and Buemo, they've been producing in terms of numbers, and he produced for us last season in terms of numbers. Then we've had Tielemans and Santos
in the second half of the season.
Yeah. And Bremo and Cunha was scoring goals in the first half of the season as well. We
Mbumo
just
was
couldn't
much
defend.
better the first half than the second half. He actually tailed off when he got him and Ahmad when they came back from AFCON. The whole thing was like, did we leave him in AFCON?
I think Mbuemo went like 7-8 games without scoring, and he scored he scored 2 goals in the last game or second to last game of the season. But then even late Lemens in goal, that's a really good signing for me. So they've solved a lot of problems. But the biggest problem at that time was a left back problem, and it's still a problem now. So that's the problem. I'm like, when we bought Cunha, Sesko, and Mbuemo, it was a problem, but left back was also as big of a problem. When we sold Onana and bought in Lemens, it was a problem, but left back was still a problem.
Shane, do you know what the elephant in the room? Well, it's kind of the elephant in the room is, and I feel like what we've been talking about is FPL at the moment. But Lewis Hall is smashing it statistically at the moment. I know he gave away a penalty, but his first 2 games he's been outstanding. But again, the club don't want to pay 65.
Shane don't want to pay it either. No, it's not just the club. Shane don't want to pay it either.
But the price is the price, unfortunately. You know what, Shane? Do I want to pay 60, 70 million for Lewis Hall? I don't now. But if we would have paid 40, 50, 55 in June, then we would have probably got him. But the price, what's that I said last time, Nick? The price tomorrow isn't the price it was on Friday. Do you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
And particularly as he's had 2 good games. And if I'm whoever the owners of Newcastle, I'm like, hey, this guy's the star is electric. And then I'm watching United going, and Luke Shaw's so bad. So I'm like, hey, hang on, I'm putting another 10 because your guy's dead and our guy's great. So actually it's 80, 90 now.
Or if it's deadline day and they ain't got time to replace him, then
but even more than that, Nick, they sold Bruno Guimaraes and they sold Tonali. At the time, if we went in early in the window when Newcastle needed money, they might have sold him for less. You get what I'm saying? But now they don't need no money. They just sold one player for 70 million and another player for 90 million. What did Spurs pay? 90 million, 80 million, whatever they paid for him.
It was 100 for Tonali, wasn't it? It was close to 90 million.
It might have been 100 in euro. It might have been 100 million euro.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like they just made 170 million of 2 players. I don't really need to sell you Lewis Hall anymore. And we've started the season well, a win and a draw. And let's be real, they played Spurs and they played Liverpool. And you could have asked any Newcastle fan, they would have told you going into the season, they thought they were starting the season with 2 defeats.
100%.
They would have thought they're going into the season with 2 defeats.
Samson saying they won't replace Shaw unless it's a player that fills the English player requirements. It seems there is not another profile for it. You got other English players
because they wanted Lewis. They wanted Skelly, so that makes sense.
You got manager ambitions there, my G. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like Skelly,
I know, but I'm just saying that proves the point.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Man got a bit lofty with that one.
I would have gone and get Jed Spence, bro. I don't know why we didn't try and get Jed Spence.
They probably looked at your board. Your board probably looked at him and forgot he was English, blood. You know, like that. It's peak.
They're not going to, but the bottom line is for me, they should phone at Newcastle tomorrow and they say 60, knowing that they're going to reply with 80, and then they say 80, and they should just pay it, Kalana it, bro. They should just do the 20 mil a year, Kalana it, and get the job done. So it's a position of need, and you took your time. That, like I always said, the price is different tomorrow. They're just going to have to go get it. Well, they won't. We've conceded
3 out of the 4 goals this season from crosses.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 goals this season from crosses. 2 of them came from Luke Shaw's side. So for me, in my mind, I can't argue with anything more than this guy just needs to get out of the team. I can't lie, yeah. When I saw this guy get cooked,
as he's getting backwards as well as a player. Like I said, same what you about to say, but when you see him getting cooked, there was a time where he was technical and physical. Then there was a time where his technicality was kind of going, but he had the athleticism. Now I'm seeing him get cooked and the athleticism's going. Like Dallo went up the other end, cut in and hit a shot and nearly scored in the top bins, bro. There was a time where Luke Shaw used to pop up with the odd goal. He's not even getting up there now to even get involved now because he ain't got the legs to get back. So he's going backwards and backwards. As much as the price to fall or whoever's going up, the urgency is going to go up because he's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, bro. It is so peak. Plus, he doesn't.
You can't play him Wednesday, Saturday.
No
chance.
So at some point, Dorgu's going to have to go left back. So at some point, Dorky's gonna have to play left back.
It is disgusting, Shane. You're right. That is disgusting.
Wednesday, Sunday. Hey, that's 30. That's 30.
So Dorky's gonna have to play left back at some point.
No,
because
they're
you can't
gonna play Mazraoui left back. I promise you, because they played Mazraoui left back
that
today.
don't solve the problem, because slightly, if I got Saka, I feel more confident running against Mazraoui on his weak side than running against Shaw. That's calm,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That for me, I would say we need 3 fullbacks, but at least even if we get one, I'll take it. If we get one, just one more transfer of a fullback, bro. At this point, yeah, we were looking at Robinson from Fulham. I'll take anyone, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I would literally
I'll ask you,
take
bro.
anyone.
No, this time, like last week or the week before, Shane said he wouldn't take Robinson.
Because I'm like, bro, it's not that much of an improvement. Because I want a
It's
drastic
a
improvement.
massive improvement. It's
No,
a
but
massive
it's
improvement.
only a massive
You got a corpse
improvement.
at left back. You got a corpse at left back,
That's
man.
right. I didn't realize how dead Shaw had got, because if you deep it, yeah, let me tell you why. Last season, he wasn't as bad because he was playing to get into the England team. So he wasn't as bad. This season, he's just dead.
But we
Like,
know,
Nick, you know,
3 months before any England tournament, he always pops up, bro. That's not the true reflection. It's like, if I go out and buck a gal on a Saturday night in Amazonica in Mayfair, that's not the true reflection of who this gal is, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing you at your creme de la creme, blood. You know what I'm saying? That's not you on a Friday morning with morning breath. That's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not accurate, bro. It's not accurate.
Luke Shaw's a sly guy. The more you think about it, you know, he stayed injured for 2 years and then was like, you know what, England call up, yeah, I'm ready. And he did it before that as well.
He did it before, bro. This guy, bro. Honestly.
Man. And the club let him run as well. Even you probably wouldn't have seen, Nick, when Ineos first bought the club and we were going into that Euros. Sir Jim released a video about good luck or whatever, and he said, "And try not to get injured, Luke." And I'm like, you're busting jokes about it, and this guy just sat for a year and a half and came back for 3 months to get in.
You know what it is? It's his money paying his wages. So if he wants to joke about
so mad? Because last week, Lex, you were talking about these players looked a bit leggy because of the World Cup, and I can say, cool, that's true, but Luke Shaw didn't go World Cup, and he's been our worst player since the season started. He's been the worst player.
He's cooked. He can't move. When you play sport at that level, any competitive sport consistently, whatever level, you get to a point, and people think it's a numerical age, but it's not. It's an age, but what's based on how much you've put through your body, and that can be playing. It can almost be injuries.
It's minutes.
Minutes and injuries.
How many minutes? Yeah.
When he snapped his leg like that, because when he was getting injured a lot, what the physios and that were apparently saying, it changed the gait of how he ran, and that's why he was getting hurt so much. His body.
It's so ironic that this game and this conversation comes after Itama versus Hrgović, because most people, obviously, Rance thought Hrgović was going to win. Most people thought Itama was going to win. The first time I saw people en masse going, wait a minute, Hrgović might win, is when they put up the tail of the tape and man saw 31 rounds. And people went, hold a minute, Itama's only fought 31 rounds.
That's what my brother said yesterday.
That's what everyone was like, wait. He's only fought 31 rounds in his whole career. Oh, I don't know. And that was
I fought 31 rounds, you know?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
31 rounds so if this fight goes the distance, you've already fought more than a third of your entire career in one fight.
Well, the fight was stopped in round 10 or round 9?
Shane.
It was stopped in round 10. So that was, he had fought a 30%.
Round 9, he stopped him.
Either way, he had fought a third of his professional career last night.
Shane, I sent Nick the Simpsons animation of the boxing, and he said you'd already sent it to him.
He said it on the podcast.
I was finished when I seen that. That the Simpsons is so funny for those little things, bro. That smashed me when I saw that.
Quick one, yeah. All right, cool. We've spoken about the players and that, yeah. If everything that we're saying is so apparent about Shaw and all the rest of it, cool, you lot won today, so we can't really go at the manager too much. But how much do we look at the manager for this? Because you have a left back. Now, it's not going to be a big talking point because you man won. But how much do we look at the manager and say, bro, if you man hadn't won, because I strongly believe if Ipswich had scored a second before you guys equal, I said, if you man go into the halftime talk 2-0 down, it's long. You need to score and equalize before halftime. That's what you did. And then you come out and dominate and win the second half, impressive fashion. But if you man were to lose today at 2-1 or something, people are going to be saying, why the hell is Shaw starting? Dorgu's there. Dorgu's right there. He's sitting on bench.
I'll tell you about the gaffer. That's okay. Go on, Shane.
I was gonna say I agree, but the point that I think if you were to ask Carrick right now who he wants, he would tell you he wants a left back. If you were to ask him, that's what he would want. But the truth is, I think Carrick's looking at it like, do I want to compromise my attack for defense, or do I want to work on my attack and get my attack firing, and then we buy a defender? And I think he's thinking about, let me just keep the attack going, and when we get a left back, which he's hoping to get a left back, it improves the defense. That's what I think, but I'm not sure.
But I don't think that you have to make that decision. I don't think you have to make that decision. You could have started Dorgu and Rashford for 60 minutes, and then the last 30, you could put Dorgu on the left wing and bring it through. When the game's done,
I agree, because there's no way for me. We shouldn't even be.
You man can't start Shaw. Let me put it this way: you man can't start Shaw against Everton.
Look, Nick, do you know what I honestly think? I think the Manchester United manager's job is such a specific. To be successful, we need such a specific type of manager, and I think Michael Carrick is the only person currently available who fits that, because you've got to be able to be in the United way, whatever that means. You've got to be able to handle the media in a certain way, handle the players in a certain way, not be combative, not be this, not be that, make the players happy. And I think, from what I know, even the stuff with Amram leaving at the end, I'm in the fact that them changing, because he's not technically the Manchester United manager, he's the Manchester United coach, and they're making a conceited effort to make that point. I'm not sure he has the final say on everything like that. Now, I hope he has the final say on who plays left back, but I believe there's a strong possibility they've told him Patrick Dorgu is a left winger. I fully believe that, and I don't think he's getting much. I think they're going to him with lists. He's kind of said that he goes and says they show him stuff. He said that, but I don't even think he's making the list of players. Like, he's not making the signings, because going back to Gyökeres, Amram wanted Gyökeres, and he also wanted Martinez. He didn't want Le Mans. And that's some of the stuff what Wilcox and this Jason Wilcox guy makes a lot of decisions for someone who's never won anything, you know. He seems to be always at the forefront with lots of opinions and decisions.
But
he's never won any trophies. But Jason Wilcox has taken assets from 100 million to 400 million. That's all they care about.
I'll be honest with you, Lex, though. If that is the case, and I do agree with you, I think he is the head coach and he's not in charge of recruitment. Why they will keep Carrick, and why I respect Carrick and what he's done so far, is everybody that United have bought has at the very least been steady. No one has got worse. No one has made the team worse. So, for the most part, a lot of people have improved. So why I say I blame the recruitment department is because it's not even a case of can we trust him that we buy a player that they fit, because everybody that we've given him has pretty much worked. So why don't you just give him the left back? That's the part where it has to fall under. Because I get you, Nick, where I'm like, bro, just play Dorgu left back. But you know what, Nick, yeah? If he plays Dorgu left back, there's a chance where the club will go, you know what? I'm not even going to buy a left back because you have one.
Yeah, that's a good point, you know.
I hear you, but being a football manager is partly like being a politician. Because if you man lost today, I said that you lot would win today. I said I think you lot win today but lose to Everton. If you had lost today and then you lost to Everton, guess what? Michael Carrick's getting sacked. So can't plan for the future.
You'd have been in the hot seat.
You'd have been in the hot seat. So you're not in a position to actually. You got to be in. Michael Carrick's a semi-experienced manager in the terms of he knows when the club say, "Listen, man, you got time. Don't worry about it." And then man sack you tomorrow, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just. Do you know what I mean? How much time do you have to play the long-term game, bro?
You are correct. You are correct, but I do think that if we don't buy a left back in the summer, by the end of the transfer window, then you'll probably see Dorgu play more games at left back. But whilst I think he can afford.
And if he does that and he's dropped points by that time, then he's gonna look like a stupid idiot.
No, but I don't think it's that panic stations, because let's be real. We played Ipswich and we beat them. And for me, we played a Hull and we didn't win. So the issue is in a weird way, and I'll be honest with you, in a weird way, I'm kind of glad that we've started the season the way we've started. Because if we brush past Hull and brush past Ipswich, like beat them 3-0, 3-0 back to back, we would have looked at Luke Shaw and said, yeah, he's going to play
no
for the rest
paper in
of
the
the
cracks,
season.
innit? We didn't paper the cracks.
But you might have papered the cracks today.
No, we didn't. We didn't. You can't pay.
The
How you
cracks
gonna
were
paper
there.
the
The cracks were there.
The thing is, Lex, we can only paper the cracks, yeah, if one of the goals wasn't clearly someone's fault. The issue is, yeah, when he went 1v1 against Ipswich's right winger, it was so obvious this guy's cooked. This guy got absolutely cooked. And it's one of those ones where you remember when Aspilicueta got cooked by a Lukaku, and it's like, yeah, he never played the game after that point. Sometimes you just have that one game and it's like, yeah, this might be the last game you ever play for United, fam. And I was watching that thinking, bro, this should be the last game this guy plays for United. This should be the last game Luke Shaw ever plays for Manchester United. Ever.
It's mad. This isn't even his top 5 worst performances. So it's mad that this is the performance that this is the straw breaking the camel's back. That's mad.
I've been saying it, bro.
Nick, if you get rid of Luke Shaw today, and I do agree with Lex, because Dallo wasn't as bad. If you get rid of Luke Shaw today, there's actually a high chance that we keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
There's actually a high chance that in the last game, the goal that we conceded came from Luke Shaw's side, and the goal that from the corner, because he didn't pick up the guy at the back post, and the other one was a cross into the box, which was from Dallo's side. So 3 of the goals that we've conceded in the last 2 games have all come from fullback mistakes.
Yeah.
I agree, Samson, as well.
It's all good.
It's all
bad. He said he agrees with Samson's comment. Worst performance I've seen is Europa League final against Spurs. 100, bro. That's not even really.
It was terrible in that game. But I don't know. The worst game was against Liverpool. The worst game was against Liverpool. Liverpool. That was a collage of errors.
But this is when man banter Lex in the chat, say, oh, you backed Amorim. What Lex was saying is that you lot are putting so much pressure on Amorim and not looking at these players. And now Amorim's gone, and to some extent, you're in the same position because now you're looking at the same players saying, yo, I just realized this player's shit. It's like, bro, we should have been looking at this nigga 2 years ago.
No, the only reason why I think Amorim was different, and I'll be honest with you, there was times, and we had this debate last week where I was saying Amorim was playing good football. Well, he was controlling football games a lot better than Carrick does. But the problem was he just couldn't produce results. And one of the main reasons why he couldn't produce results, especially when you watch how we played against some of the small teams, was his game management, bro. We lost so many games from being in winning positions. And that was just poor game management, bro.
Because you know the thing is, Shane, I don't disagree with you, but you know the thing is, and it's interesting, forget their nationality aside, Jose and Amorim were both the same, where when they didn't trust players at United, they would play a very rigid system, and this is how we're playing, and I'm going to play, someone who popped in my head, I'm going to play Chris Smalling every minute of every game, because I trust Chris, it was Phil Jones. Jose left Phil Jones, that was it. And I'm going to play Phil Jones, and I'm going to play him because of this, and this reason. And I ain't going to make subs. And Amorim was the same because they both recognised the lack of quality to play how they wanted to play.
I liken that to when we had flipping Moyes for half a season, where when he bought Fellaini, he trusted Fellaini so much that no matter who he played against, Fellaini was playing.
That's outrageous. Sorry, that's outrageous because you're right about that. And I was just thinking when you said that, look at the vicious cycle we're in. Moyes did that with Fellaini and that, and then 8 years later we brought Ten Hag in, and we let Ten Hag boys like Anthony and them man for 80 million.
Yeah, facts.
How we let that happen twice?
Literally. That's why
Nick, stop laughing, man.
That's why with Ineos being the ones who's controlling the signings, I'm not that upset with that because at least we've signed players and like it's not from one person's regime and another person's regime and another person's regime. I'm glad that's not the case still. Lemon's made some saves still.
Samson, that's not right because Mount was a club signing, and actually Mount came under Ten Hag, and I remember Ten Hag saying this is a club signing because they felt they couldn't get him. That's why they paid 60 million instead of for free. Rasmus wasn't an Amarin signing, and he's the one who booted Garnacho out.
I think the only person who was an out and out Amarim signing, the only person I'd say was an out and out Amarim signing was I was gonna say Dorgu. But I was
gonna say under Amarim, you lot signed Brian Mbuemo, who's still there, Lamons, who's still there, Aiden Heaven, who's still there, Mateus Cunha and Shesko and Patrick Dorgu, who are all still there.
No. But all of those players was when we changed the regime to sign Premier League proven players. Dorgu was not a Premier League proven player. That was an Amarim signing.
Yeah. That's the only one there.
He wanted Mbumo.
Samson is saying all of Amarim's players are gone or not playing, and the only one that he didn't sign a lot of them players, and Mount is still at the club. Mount should be gone, but he's still at the club.
I can't believe Mason Mount and Luke Shaw, and despite how well he's playing and that he kind of scored today, even that Maguire is still there is crazy in so many ways.
Don't disrespect Maguire, bro.
I don't think
so. No, not disrespecting him. No, hear me. But just because of his age, the fact that let me change it then. The fact that we rely on Maguire at his age and what he's been through is crazy.
No, but
Maguire, you see Maguire, you see when Maguire scores, he's the only man in your team that should score and do that celebration. Maguire's got elite mentality. And Maguire's got elite mentality.
I'll be real. I don't think, and this is why I agree with Nick, where it's elite mentality. I don't think we've relied on Maguire because he wanted to. He's just played so well that we've been forced to. Because I don't think none of the managers before, especially Amarim, wanted Maguire in the team. But he just he was putting in good performances. So we've been forced to rely on Maguire. Whereas when I look at going back to Mason Mount, I think moving forward, if Sesko's fit, there is no need for Mason Mount. The reason why I say that is because Cunha behind the front man is better than Mason Mount behind the front man. So the only position where Mount can actually play is back up for Bruno. And for me, if we're not playing Bruno, I'd rather see Cunha there.
I respect Maguire more, probably more than most players on that team. I'm not disputing that, by the way. Mason Mount just needs to go. Everyone talks about him going to Coventry because Frank's there. All right, listen. As far as I don't know what you're saying, Shane, he can go on a free transfer as far as I'm concerned. Like you wasted the money. The money's gone, man. Don't go trying to get a cheeky 5-10 mil. Just let him bounce.
A free transfer is great for Mount, blood, because his wages, bro. You need them wages off your bill, bro.
That's what I mean. He's
on 250 grand, bro. You're paying this nigga 13 million a year, bro.
Is it
250, bro? Yeah.
I thought it was 200, bro. That's even worse.
Nah, Shane. He was
just Googled it, bro. It's 250, bro. 13 million a year you're paying my man, bro. 13 million a year, bro. Colonization never ended, you know. Colonization never ended.
Statement signing, and you know what's mad? We signed him injured. He was injured when he rolled up, and we still signed him on that. And he was
the English Kim Karlstrom, blood. The English Kim Karlstrom. I'm telling you, blood.
What you man saying about Spurs, though? What you man saying about Spurs?
Oh, you missed it at the start. We had a little chat about Spurs before, didn't we, Nick? I just said...
fair enough.
No, it's cool. I'll summarise. Spurs are hold my beer. Like, United can have a terrible time against Hull. Spurs are like, hold my beer, we'll lose. Like, Arsenal could drop points
Spurs have just got an ugly run as well. Like, Spurs, the same thing I said about man's midfield in the first game, where it was a wholesale new midfield. They're playing like, it's wholesale changes, which I get that. I'd wonder if it's too many changes, too many cooks. I went through the amount of attackers that they've got. I mean, these men were playing Porro right mid or wing back or something.
It's mad.
Bro, like I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
He's pinging the ball about though, you know. It doesn't mean he's good, but I was watching. I was like, he's pinging the ball about nicely.
When you look at their squad, yeah. I said this earlier, Shane. Their attackers: Xavi Simons, Richarlison's leaving, but I think they're going to swap him for Ndai. So I'll be Xavi Simons, Ndai, Mateus Tel, Dominic Solanke, Omar Mamouche. Who else have they got? Savinho's in there. James Maddison's still in there. Mateus Fernandez is there. Dejan Kulusevski's still there. Mohamed Kudus is still there, and that's just the out and out attackers. That's not including some of the other midfielders like Conor. That's the 10. You man have got 10 out and out attackers. Like, what are you man do? Do you know what I'm saying? What you don't,
No, but
do it.
you don't know the craziest thing, Nick. Yeah, I watched the game yesterday, yeah, they actually created so much chances, but what's more concerning for me, Nick, is that they signed two centre backs, they signed 2 holding midfielders or 2 midfield. Their double pivot is Tonali and Fernandes. That's their double pivot that they just played, bro. They got caught in transition every time. Bro, I thought you bought players to fill that gap. Them man made Wissa look like prime.
Did I not tell you this? Mateus Fernandes, brother. Bro, I don't know. I watched West Ham a lot last year just because I live next to the stadium. Bro, I don't know what man was seeing, bro. Like, I really don't know what man, bro. This nigga looks so average, bro. And when I saw the feet, I couldn't believe it, bro. He's in the Championship. I couldn't believe it. Do you know what I'm saying? And Spurs have no Europe, do they?
No Europe. No.
Spurs have no Europe, so they got a massive squad for no. You see what Spurs tried to do? Spurs tried to do the United thing, bro. Okay, let's get good. You man got good performing attackers. This is how it was positioned to me from my Man United friends when you guys signed Cunha and Buemo. We're gonna sign the best attackers outside the big 6. And that's what these men try to do. Okay, we're going to cut out the big 6. We're going to go sign the best defenders from outside the big 6. But the problem is, they didn't do that, bro. They got Senesi, bro. This nigga, fine. He's cool. Like, he's fine. He's fine. You got Van Hecker. Van Hecker's fine. When I think of Brighton's defense, I think of Lewis Dunk. That's what I think of. I don't think of Van Hecker. When I think of, I mean, then you guys are going to got Andrew Robertson. He wants to retire. He's 32. He's just there for a paycheck.
Yeah, he struggled yesterday still. Andy
Robertson's won everything in football, bro, at club level with Liverpool. He's won everything, bro. Going to Spurs is jamming, bro.
Bro, Elanga cooked him, bro. It was so mad.
Andrew Robertson does not want to look up and see another black winger running at him for the rest of his life, bro. He's done, bro. He's finished. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Elanga is rapid, bro. That guy is rapid, bro.
Bro, you man have got Omar Mamouche.
He was shit yesterday as well. He missed the absolute sitter, fam.
Bro, he's not been good at City, bro. It's not like when Julian Alvarez was second striker to Haaland, he's a bad, but he was just like, bro, you're under Haaland, innit? Cole Palmer, when he was at City, was cold, but you're under Haaland, innit? So you ain't gonna get minutes. Mamouche never did nothing, bro. He scored a goal on his debut and then he disappeared, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen Malacia more than I've seen Mamouche in the last 2 years, blood.
Yeah,
Mamouche has been on milk cartons, blood. What's going on? It's ridiculous, blood.
Mamouche and some of these guys, they're moving around. This is all what do they call it? It's all dodgy under the table dealings to avoid PSR stuff that all these clubs.
That's cool. All that is cool. But above the table, on the dinner table, we're watching you get slapped. So never mind what's happening. You're dead lost. You're dead lost, bro. You're getting slapped in the middle of the table, bro.
If we're being real, over the last 3 seasons, Spurs are the worst team because they avoided relegation 2 times, just about finishing 17th, and now they're dead lost.
So they were gone last year, you know. I genuinely thought they were gone at one point before they got De Zerbi, and at one point, I think when they went in the relegation zone by a point, and they
had Igor Tudor, I thought they were gone. If they had Igor Tudor for one more game, I thought they were gone.
And they were getting gassed because they won 5-1 midweek against Charlton, bro. This is what these men are on. This is what they're on, bro.
My cousins were getting gassed. I'm like, bro, it's Charlton, fam. You man are chatting shit, fam.
Bro, don't. You see when we start the IRL live streaming, yeah, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna cause havoc. I'm gonna cause havoc, blood. I'm gonna cause havoc with your cousins. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be. These men
are some blind Spurs fans, bro. I swear.
All Spurs fans are blind. You ain't got to put that together. They're all blind. All of them are blind, bro. What is man on, bro? I can't see what the plan is, bro. You've signed 3 people. Wait, how many City players they signed? 2 or 3?
2.
You signed 2 man that flopped at Man City. What was
and then
the
you
plan?
signed the next man that got West Ham relegated.
And Savinho.
That's it, yeah.
And they signed the next man that got relegated. He got West Ham relegated, fam. He played the most minutes for West Ham last season and he got sent down. It's mad.
They got relegated 2 years, and he's relegated 2 years in a row, Shane. He's been relegated twice.
Oh, swear. Fernandes got relegated. Who did he get relegated with before?
I can't remember who's at the year before, but that's the running joke with him. He's been relegated 2 times in a row. Hang on, I'll find out. Hang on.
Oh, they got. This is what it was. Spurs failed to get to get relegated for 2 seasons in a row, so they got a specialist. They got a specialist.
Was it Southampton? Southampton.
Yeah, he was at Southampton.
He played for
Specialist,
Southampton.
fam. Oh my days, that is mad.
100 million for a man that's been relegated twice. 100
I
million.
told you they got a specialist relegation man, fam. Can they miss
That's
that
like-
2 seasons in a row?
That's like paying 10 bags to beat Lily Phillips. It don't make no sense, bro. What for? That should be free. It just don't even make any sense, bro. Bro, these man, that's not a football club over there, bro. That's not a football
There you
club.
go, Shane. Shane, that's your weapon to get your cousins later, man. The man's been relegated twice. Their main signing relegated twice, bro.
Literally terrible.
Yeah, Spurs are dusted, bro. And like I say, real quick, their fixtures, they played Brentford 3-0. Brentford actually looked good. 5-1 against Charlton. They played at home. They've lost at home, bro. First game at home,
They
they've
got a
lost.
terrible home record, bro. Terrible.
Bro,
They
they're
only
playing
won 4
Forest
games
away.
last season at home.
They're playing Forest away. Spurs at Everton at home. They play Liverpool in the EFL Cup. So they might even be out the EFL Cup. They're playing Aston Villa at home, and then they're playing United away.
Liverpool looks shit as well. Still, Liverpool looks shit, fam.
And they wanted to get Cody Gakpo, who now says he wants to go to City and he don't want to go Spurs no more, blood. I don't blame him.
Bro, I looked at Liverpool the other day, and I'm like, bro, they're trying to play this Areola team, but the worst thing ain't working, bro. The midfielders just got no balance, bro. They trying to play.
Yeah, midfield looks horrible.
Me and Nick spoke about it, yeah, at the start of the season, what Liverpool's problem would be. Obviously, playing 2 games a week with the high tempo. And obviously, Nick was like, the only person in that team who can't run is Wirtz. Problem is, fam, they're playing him in the middle of the park. So, them are not getting out.
If I'm playing football and I'm a standard, who's a bog standard Premier League centre mid? Who would you say is a bog standard Premier League centre mid?
Harry Wilson.
Now, Harry Wilson's an attacker. Talk about a
Wilson's
centre
an
mid.
attacker.
I thought he was a centre mid. He's not a 10.
Sanderberg.
If I'm Sanderberg, running against Gravenberg is long. Running against or John McGinn, perfect. If I'm Sanderberg or John McGinn, running against Gravenberg is a difficult battle. Running against McAllister is a difficult battle. Running against Wirtz, I'll slap up Wirtz. McGinn's gonna love to play against Wirtz. I'll slap Wirtz all over the pitch. What's Wirtz gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man are gonna love to play against Wirtz.
Bro, it's just not working. And the worst thing is, but Bournemouth scored a bag of goals last season, and that's what us Liverpool look like they want to do this season, play this rock and roll football, but they actually can't defend. And they need to get rid of these two. They need fullbacks as much as we do, bruv. They need 2 fullbacks.
Bro,
Kirk and Everett was shit as well, bruv.
Bro, but they're centre backs, bro. But they've brought in 2 younger, not even up and coming, because Araujo's been around for a long time. Obviously, played for Barca, and they got that Jacquet centre back, yeah. And Virgil's still the guy, bro. Virgil. I watched the Liverpool game. If it weren't for Virgil, see how like we're looking at United. I know you man think United's attack's great, but we're looking at the United today and thinking like, bro, if it's not for Bruno, I don't know. In the same way, if looking at Liverpool's defense, going, bro, if Virgil gets injured, these men are collapsed. These men, they're finishing 10th. If Virgil gets injured, it's long. It's long, bro.
Lads, I need to go and order some food. I'm getting hungry.
Lex, them men are online in the secret party, by the way, Lex. I just messaged them.
All right, cool. Let's wrap the show up, innit? But love for the support. We'll be here tomorrow, innit?
Live tomorrow, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. I'm going to Notting Hill Carnival first, and then I'm coming back, so I might be covered in paint and flags and all them things, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, we'll be here tomorrow.
I'll be here for it anyway.
Nick, look out for Jerome. Jerome's got he's got a jerk chicken stand there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Send me the details of his stand.
I'll send it. All right. Peace, fellas.
Love and then peace.
Peace.
Situation that we have, but